I thought I was off mute. Grand Rising, everyone. Halito, OCO, Chibi Chuma, whatever's your greeting. It's your girl, Original Copy Empress, and I have Chief Mimi Olom. I want to pronounce your name, Olom. And I'm going to play some music, y'all, and let the chat build, and let everybody get in here. Salute Darius Matthew. I am Warrior Chief Osei. I don't want Silk Sika. I don't want to mess that up, but welcome my brother, the Godfather in St. Louis, and I'm going to play the music and let the chat build.
Oh wow. Look. We at war. Everybody can't go though. Some of us vibing high. Everybody can't go though. Some of y'all might leave family behind. Everybody can't go though. Could've completed, but you get deleted. Some people are defeated, so you feel deleted. And knowledge is medicine, know when you need it. If everyone go, I'ma know that you cheated. You think I'm conceited, I'm feeling completed. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Everybody can't go though, beat it. You was ascending and starting to win. No pretending, actually win. Low vibrations, box you in. Who keep letting them toxins in? All my people are toxinous. Everyone on our toxin land. Ancient like cosmology. I am the source, I go within. I can't go unless I go to win. Really a God supposed to win. Anyone that's trying to get with me, just start doing the most you in. Trying to turn up, it goes to 10. Blood type O, you almost in. Minarchin, we all go in. G, I'm a rule, we all go in. Bring you the water, but can't make you drink. No, I'm not here to just make you think. If anything, I'm here to just make you fight. It's all lost, just make it right. Everybody ain't with it. Let me tell you, I don't like reading. Freedom ain't free, you broke, I get it. Let me tell you, you don't like breathing. Can't even wake you up, you sleeping. Niggas are sleeping, scalping. Some of y'all sleep through all this treason. Government beefing, now you vegan. Need autonomy, really don't need them. Now we rise, this house is freedom. Really gonna hurt my heart to leave them. Really gonna hurt my heart to leave them. This is simulation or a cycle. They be hating on you for survival. That's why I don't mess with the Bible. Ain't nobody tribal going viral. We original, we hold the title. Lot of work to do, how you idle. Ain't no false idols in they bio. We ancient Fort Ancient in Ohio. Say what you want and do what you do, but I'm starting to get, I don't know about you. Gotta go with think, ain't go on YouTube. If you think you know, you ain't got no clue. Say what you want and do what you do, but I'm starting to get it, I don't know if you do. Gotta go with think, ain't go on YouTube. You thinking you know, you ain't got no clue. War, we at war. Everybody can't go though. Some of us vibing high. Everybody can't go though. Some of y'all might leave family behind. Everybody can't go though. Could've completed, but you get deleted. Some people are feeded, so you feel deleted. And knowledge is medicine, know when you need it. If everyone go, I'ma know that you cheated. You think I'm conceited, I'm feeling completed. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Life is a game and I'm planning to beat it. Look, gotta be. Look, everybody can't go though, beat it.
Yeah. I ain't here to judge, I just want you to walk with me. So miss me with all envy, cause shit could get dark quickly. I'm swimming with the sharks, they wishing that jaws get me. What I speak is shall exist, that's the spirit of God in me. Listen, I'm trying to tell them that it's deeper than rap. I'm trying to bring them back, the ones that fell deep in the trap. See, they feed you the bullshit, but then be keeping the facts, spreading white lies by trying to tell our people they black. I know my lineage, I spit the truth, and in that booth you sit me in. Connected to the higher power, I know why it sent me here. To open eyes and show that hope it lies within your mind. Cause this globe is ours, so let's take over now. You know it's time, cause they control the blind. Lost, so they can't see what's going down. Yeah, you might could take the gold, but you can't break the golden child. All my kings worldwide, I know that they gon' hold it down. fires, then they firing straight out the holster. And I've been having premonitions. See, it's time for us to stand up and unite. You feel me? Because a lot of people say that you gotta see it to believe it, you feel me? But from my perspective, I look at it as sometimes we gotta believe it to see it. Start with you feel me? Feel this. I've been having premonitions of my niggas winning, building up the projects free from penitentiaries. And we all unified, so ain't no senseless killings. I'm glad we finally realized that we ain't really different. We finally get that we in fact all kings, so we subtract all beef. We growing crops in every block, look like Black Wall Street. And we investing in these stocks so we can stack our cream. And we ready for war if you try and snatch our dreams. Revolution, we abide by our principles, making changes. Street niggas turn scholars. Knowledge is really gangster. We protectors and providers. We gotta uplift the nation for our queens. We ride if you try to put them in danger. Yeah, beneath the chaos, know your soul is pure. All that greatness you got within was never shown before. Wherever you take your crown, that's your home for sure. So why beef over the block? World is yours, Indigenous.
At one point, I was ignorant and lost, but like you gotta know yourself before you do anything, or you can make a record, or you can have an opinion. You gotta know yourself. So we don't got no means to go get it. These niggas got millions of dollars, institutions set up, like the LAPD, like the Fed, like the FBI. All this is their army, and their army make it to where you can inflict your will. Meaning if a motherfucker don't want to do it from an agreement, you can come take it. If a nigga don't want to do it verbally, well, you got an army to come enforce your will. So that's what we lack. You know what I mean? We don't have no army that's gonna come protect our natural resources because our shit is divided. You know what I'm saying? We don't even understand how we connect, and that's a fucked up mentality to have.
I started at Purdue Global because it was really easy to
Yeah, truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. The truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't realized. Freedom ain't legalized. Realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Realize. Yeah. Slavery was a long time ago. How? Same motherfuckers still here right now. Colonized on our land, they ahead of us. Changed our name so much, they scared of us. Children of the feeling, y'all don't compare to us. Pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Talking about America. Pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Even up the playing field, bitch, I'm darn. How you a victim, bitch, you a Karen. Cognitive dissonance, you don't need sparing. You got white privilege, so you don't need sparing. Looking at my homeland, man, I can't believe her. Colonized came here, they ain't never leave her. Indians ain't die off cause we here. You ain't gotta lie, just say you won't be here. How you American but not indigenous? 400 years still ain't get rid of us. All Europeans, naturalized citizens, made all the Indians niggas on the census. 1492, we was on the fences. Civil rights movement, we was so defensive. Black Wall Street, whites got so offended. Common law rights gave us amendments. Think I don't speak truth, that's alright. First slave 1619 was all white. 1200 wasn't no continent, all white. Europe named after a black woman. Nah, I ain't grafted, it come from us, do your research, go within, quit listening to the teacher, and the new kid got voice coming out the speaker, cut our trees down and made us weaker, really they foreigner, the shit gets deeper, whites don't know where whites come from either, I'm Aborigine, we come from the ether, ruling over us in our land, that's evil, being colonized right now, black people, prisoner of the war, that's why it ain't equal, wake up everybody, don't be no sheeple, freedom ain't free, really freedom is illegal. And we can't get mad at this. Whites act like we can't see their advantages. Privilege is real. They working in management. Low down dirty, but they calling us savage. They want you to think they above us. All white people are part-time judges. I ain't no racist, but I ain't no sucker. I ain't no African, but they my brothers. Been lied to. I got built up anger. Built everything, still waiting on the savior. Don't call yourself black, please do me that favor. Black tourmaline will protect you from a hater. Listening to your oppressors is dangerous. Gave us a Bible and stole our nation. Said we couldn't read what we didn't know the language. Kept us on paper because we didn't see the danger. American Indian. keep the religion. Skin copper color look just like a penny. Want it all land and you call it stingy. Ain't no Democrats there together, pay attention. We got ancestors, but the papers is missing. Kings and queens, but you can't remember. Remember who you are, just like Simba. Now they got a vax, want that in us. George Washington is the ninth president, look it up. United States only 10 square blocks, look it up. White people really the minorities, look it up. Courtrooms don't got authorities, look it up. You want me, say stop governing me. Gave me a straw man, it's really not me. Why you don't keep it 100 with me? Why Trayvon killers still walk around free? Made this song for the truth, don't hate it. History was told in reverse, I've stated. Read to the press, somebody gotta say it. I'm taking out of school, that's the reason I made it. History is his story. History is his story. History is his story. History is his story. That ain't my story. History is his story. Probably ain't your story. History is his story. It's his story.
Dame la ciencia.
African American voters are voting in just as high a percentage as Americans.
Trap me in this bitch. Tom dumb. Real American. Original American. I'm from here. I ain't come here. Yeah.
Say cop on my color, I die for my brothers, but I do not think that these hoes understand. He landed the bed when they burned down your channels through niggas and slammers, equality dead. Fuck it, I up, they came back for my virgin, the feather my colors, the crown with the feds. Watch how you classify when you be passing by, calling you black, it's like calling you dead. Y'all came to the land of the free and the home of the brave, forgot that it's not where you stayed. So having babies and switching your name around, land on the dies and you taking their place. Don't forget Democrats pushing your city back, casting your vote, put you in the grave. We write your history, filling with misery, lying, told everyone we was the slaves. Where your ancestors from? What name you took on? What boat did you bitches come on? If you had a sponsorship, you not a Thompson to see, but my people been here all along. Calling us African must be an accident. Claiming you American shit is just wrong. Clarification in case you mistaken. Sit back and remember the words to this song. Obama is not American. Mitch McConnell is not American. You crackers is not American. Pan-African is not American. Remember, there's two Americans. We the old, not the new Americans. Man, look how they do Americans. Black people, the true Americans. Sorry, not sorry.
Are we in? Are we in? What's happening? I thought y'all. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because I had me on. Okay, so I'm gonna go back on mute.
Yeah, we in. I'm finna start shouting. Yeah, okay. I'm finna. I thought I unmute. Okay. Okay, we have Zakia, McClain, Janae, DJ Amaru, California Offspring 119. Is that Rocky? Who else do I have? Am I echoing y'all? Okay. I'm good. Let me go and finish shouting them out. Then we'll get right into it. Chief Mimi, Brandon, okay. Ross, Tierra 813, Mike. I am Empress Vicky J, Roger W, Girly Girl 72, Obsidian Copper Jefferson Stone, Kenneth Graham. I am Warrior Chief Osei. I can't pronounce the rest. Seminole Nation. I would say James, Tony Furlow, James William, Miss Lisa. Hey, sis, I'm glad you can attend today. Lord, I can't pronounce the first part, but I got Aborigine American, Halito sis. Janet Nubian Queen, Halito sis, glad you can make it today as well. Keep Tyler, glad you could come and make it as well. Is it Tulu? Hey, sis. Glad you can make it. Who else I got in here? What you say?
I was just saying, what's up to Tulu? Because
you say some Chief Mimi.
I was just greeting. I was just saying, hey, to Tulu.
Oh, okay. 69 Trans Am Hustle. What's up, cuz? We got the computer back up because we're gonna finish out our Negro rulers of Scotland. So we're gonna be back up this week. I'm sorry we messed up last week, but we got y'all. Who else is in here? Brandon, I got you, Brandon Roger. If I didn't, salute to you, my brother. Let's make sure I got everybody. Big Dog Philly, salute to you, my brother. I think I got just about everybody. Hopefully we'll have more come in as we talk about the situation the topic that Chief Mimi is going to explain to you all. And I think I got just about everybody. Let me make sure. It's going on down. It's taking its time. Wonder White, peace to you. Empress Goddess Namaste. Hey, sis. Let me see. Who else in here? Mama Bear, salute to you, my sister. Let's see who else. I'm gonna make sure I got y'all. I like to, shout out to everybody, John Davis, because when you come and lend your energy, and you could be anywhere else on these YouTube streets, but y'all choose to be over here with Empress. Nietzsche number 9. I think that's everybody. Okay, Chief Mama, Chief Clan Mother, Chief Mimi, you have the floor.
Okay, cool. Welcome. I'm so glad you guys came.
You have the floor.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. I put myself on mute. Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you. I just put myself on mute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Halito, Copper Hugh Halito says, I was just shouting out other people, and Halito, NDP, Peach, and PJ. Halito, my sisters.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do your shout out. I'm glad they're here. I'm glad that they came to listen to this live. It's really important. There are several things I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about our nation, and there's an important part of our nation that is still being developed. And you know what? I should have pulled up. I'm gonna pull it up and send you the link to our website. Chief. Okay. So here's the thing. Our nation does many things, and I don't know if you don't know what we are. You can look at the website. I'm gonna have her to show it to you. We're still working on it because we have made so many changes to it since we have come out of the system. Where do I send you this link to our nation so people can say, how do I send it?
Put it in the private chat back here. You see where it says private chat?
Okay.
Over here on the side over here by the
you see
it? Put it in there, copy and paste it in, and I'll copy and paste it. Yeah, and I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I just did.
Okay.
So there's several things that we're gonna do. One of the things that our nation is evolving. I hate that word, but I will use that term. It is actually growing in the purpose and the mission that we started this whole council with before we even decided to become a nation with the council, which is to help our people across the United States, and I'm going to say United States, who want to come out of the United States and who are caught up maybe in the system under legal circumstances, because I won't say lawful circumstances, because the United States doesn't deal with the law. They only deal with code, statutes, and policies, as I've said before. Although they call their police law enforcement, they don't enforce the law. They would cancel themselves out. And that is the truth. And the thing about our nation is that we are constantly developing and what the purpose is in building a government structured nation that resembles or that returns to what our ancestors had. Like I said before, we are we are honoring our ancestors in this return. They did not have any codes, statutes, and policies, so we don't deal with them. This is not an indictment to others who do, because sometimes people think that we're indicting others who do. We're not. We're only explaining what our mission is and how we operate in the system without the system. So one, we do not use their documents. We create our own. As a nation, you must create your own stuff, your own government. Now, our government, which is our council, operates under the great law of peace, which is the closest law that we know to our ancestors. And it tells you how to operate when people are coming out of the system and wanting to return to the law, not codes, policies, and statutes. Now, under the law, if you remember, if you saw one of my lives, I stated that we live in a world of lawlessness, but we live on a planet that is governed by laws. In other words, the system that we were forced into by fraud has taken advantage of us, because without our knowing, we were no longer operating in the law, not the law of the universe, nor the Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 law that our ancestors set in stone for us in the Constitution, which means we are not to be taxed. We're not to be enumerated. We're not to be charged. We're not to be burdened. We're not to have to do any of the things that they put up on their people. Now, the original Constitution, not this organic act, makes that clear, because the Constitution was written by our people and it wrote in protections for those who are in the system. This organic act does not have those protections. It only has slavery. Now, let's change that word to what it really is: slavery. Because when you look up the word slavery, it will tell you it is an extension of the word Slav. So when you look into the history that says we were sold into slavery, that word didn't even exist, because we're not Slavs. I want you to do the research to that on your own. And you can get with me if you want to, if you say, no, Mimi, that's not true. I'm good with being taught, but I do believe at this point that is true. So we are coming out of slavery. A Slav, Native Americans are Slavs. All those who come from Europe who are not melanated, the white man, as you call them, or the pale face, they are Slavs. They are those who came here that we rescued from the debilitating life that they had under Europe, and we brought them here so that they could receive liberty. They have received that liberty, and then the Jews came along and put enmity between us. So now we have to come out of that too. Now, and when we're done, if you have questions, Copper Empress said that she's going to have a word where you can ask me questions if you like, and I'm welcoming that. We are setting up in our nation a legal fund. And the reason we're setting up this legal fund is because there are many who come out of the system who get harassed. Well, I shouldn't say many, because some of the people in our nation have learned to, like one lady, they harassed her. When she got to the police station, she said, we can't put her in jail because she's an Aborigine. So she learned the language of law, and they had to respect that, and they had to understand that. So one of the things that we teach is the law language. There's going to be another nation like ours that's going to join us, and we'll join them, and we're going to unify in teaching people the language of law, because you need that if you're going to get accosted by people who want to force you to be slaves or slavs to codes, statutes, and policies. And we have rights, not privileges. We're not dealing with privileges. Those are with people who have no rights. Really pay attention to that. Privileges are for people who have no rights. They only have privileges. Now, someone will say, oh, that's not true. Okay, text me. The legal fund, like I said, is for those who are in our nation or who asked to join our nation, but still sometimes are dealing with the police or the courts. Now, there is someone right now who has been caught up, and he asked me before he was caught up, could he be a member of our nation? So we are raising money to help him. The plan is we're going to where he is in North Carolina. We're going to do several things. We're going to set up, keep house there for about a week. We got to rent a car. We have to eat. We're working with his attorney. We're working with him, and we're working with his Olom. We use the word Olom, which is his bloodline. That is his mother, his uncles, and his aunt, because they have to come together and be on one accord for the court system, because they can't be separate, can't be a separate entity. He needs unity with the people that are close to him. So that is some of the things that we will be doing. Also, we're going to help clarify some things for his folks about what Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 is, and how they can know if they are Indians and if they want to become Indian, not taxed. That is their choice. The reason why we are asking for donations is because, one, we don't charge for our work. And the reason we don't charge is because, again, we are Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3. We cannot charge because we're out of the system. But you can donate, and we'll give you a point by point, blow by blow, what this nation is doing with the donations. We cannot accept anything where we charge, because we don't pay taxes. So we don't charge taxes, if I'm making that clear. Nothing about us has anything to do with the system. We don't ask for grant money. Everything we do, we ask our people to come together to help our people come out of this war that they have waged up on us. And we teach how to do that, where it is clear that we are not waging war. We are only living under the rights that protect us from being under their code, statutes, and policies. What's the other thing? Before we go any further, I do have an audio to play you. Oh, by the way, you guys know him. Willie Jr. Nilly. What is the Copper Empress? What were you going to say?
It's Willie Lilly. Y'all know Willie Lilly? He's been around for a long time, y'all. He's been over here with us, about 5 or 6 years himself. So y'all know him in the chat is Willie Lily. And that's the young man that's been held against his will. He's been basically kidnapped. Anytime you know who you are and these fucking foreigners take you into their custody, you are being kidnapped.
Yep.
You're not going as willingly because you know who you are. You're being kidnapped. So go ahead, Chief.
And he made that clear to them who he is, which is why they retaliated. See, that's against the law too, to retaliate against someone because he has the right to self-identify without being retaliated on. So he made a short little audio to thank you all for coming to his aid, for the donations. Now I know we haven't put up the donation link yet. But I want to play this for you because I want to get that. I want you to hear that first, if you will, and let me know if you can hear it.
Yeah, let us know if y'all can hear it. I'm gonna go on mute so you won't catch none of my background. But I put it one in the chat, y'all, if y'all can hear the audio that she's gonna play.
Yeah, and if you can't, I'll try to fix it and start all over. Okay, here we go.
Just let everyone know that I miss them and love them. And, they always on my mind. I appreciate them being there for me.
Turn it down, son.
They can't hear it.
No, it's up too loud. Kind of like turn it down some so it won't be where it won't distort what he's saying.
Okay, let me turn it down. Yeah, because we're talking on the jail apparatus, and it goes in and out. It's very staticky. It's not a good reception. So let me know again. I'm going to try to play it again.
Just let everyone know that I miss them and love them. They always on my mind. I appreciate them being there.
It's loud. Turn it down.
Hold on.
Turn it down. Again. See how low it can go and then play it.
Okay.
See how low you can take it, then I'll let you know if it's louder.
Okay.
Are you playing? Okay, play it now.
They always on my mind. I appreciate them being there for me. I just just miss dealing with the family. That's really my family because that's how we are. It's more like a family because to me it is.
Can y'all understand? Put a 2 in it if y'all understand what he's saying. You might take it as low as you can take it. Take it as low as you can take it.
Okay. One more time. I'll do it one more time. See
yes.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Let everyone know that I miss them and love them. They always on my mind. I appreciate them being there for me.
Good.
Just miss dealing with the family. That's really my family because that's how we are. It's more like a family because to me it is. Because we constantly dealing with each other, getting to know each other, and we got this bond. So a lot of us on the COVID stuff, I think we might get scared because we got a lot of certain ages.
It's the recording. It don't matter how low you take it. It's gonna be the recording. Exactly what it is. Okay. I can hear, but they might not be able to, distinguish. So I can't distinguish what he's saying, but definitely, basically, what he's saying is, it's still kind of distorted a little, but it's not. It's the phone. It's on their end because that's what they do.
Right.
Basically, what he's saying, y'all, is he appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here for him. And it's hard being behind there without somebody, there to just keep his spirits up, just being there for him. And he's, hoping that, if you can donate, if you don't, he understand. But basically he's, he really needs our help so he can fight these foreigners because who he's going against is foreigners.
Yep.
you know, it is what it is. We all been there. I done been there. So I know how they operate. And anytime they can get you caught up in their system, they will.
Yeah.
So go ahead. You got something to say?
No, what I'm going to do is on our website, I'm going to put this up on our website and you'll be able to listen to it.
Okay.
Which you'll hear it better because here's the thing that really pissed us off and said, yeah, we got to get involved. He was protecting himself against some Slavs. They didn't like it and then called the cops on him. Basically, they're saying you don't have the right to defend yourself. This is when I said we got to deal with the law, because that's the first law of nature. Somebody come at you and you just gonna stand there. See, that's why they had a police. The police are there to make us so afraid that we don't defend ourselves. Then when we do defend ourselves, they want to imprison us. We got to stop this shit. This is why we raising money. It's for him, but it's also for others, not just for him. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I thought I turned it down too low. What were you going to say, Copper Empress?
Now, I was saying that's a fact. You know, this is for him, and what they're doing, they're going to help. When they have this kind of fund, it's basically to go towards those who know who they are. They're fighting for their rights, not their privileges. They're fighting for their rights as an indigenous person of this land to not be caught up in their system. This is the thing when we talk about governing yourself, is that we will have our own government. If you're doing something that is against nature, which is ours is natural law, we will handle you. Not foreign governments or corporations should handle our people, because they're not here for the best interest of our people. They're here for the best interest of the corporation. Period.
Yeah.
Go
and
ahead.
They want to keep him a defective product. And he's saying, I'm not a product. My ancestors weren't a product. See, another thing too, when we operate, we make it known, and this is some of the things we will be working with him. We're operating under the original Constitution. We are not operating under this freaking, what is it called? Organic Act, because they put that up without our free, prior, and informed consent. That is very important for us to comprehend. So then, now we're writing his affidavit of truth. There's many other things that we're writing and giving it to his lawyer. We cannot speak for him because we're not a law firm. I want you to know exactly who we are and how we operate, because I don't want anybody to be fooled here. We are a counsel. We can help counsel his lawyer because he's already in the system. He has a lawyer. For my case, I don't have a lawyer because I'm speaking for myself, but they've already pushed him on the other side into maritime law. So we have to work with him based on that. He did not go in there under maritime law. They pushed him in it because he's unaware of the language that needs to be to go forward. There are many things that we talk about. Actually, Chief Pomai, I hope she's on here. Chief Pomai and Chief Pomai, East Pomai, Chakmaja, she might be in there. I don't know. Make yourself present.
Make yourself present if you're in there. I was telling her, put a one in the chat if you're in here.
Yeah. So our nations, we're working on an alignment between our nations to work together to create one language for our nation. That's called, I guess, ecumenical. In other words, like religion, they have one language. You talk about Jesus Christ, that language, you know it when you hear it. You already know when they start talking about blood of the lamb, that's their language. When they talk about the cross, that's their language. When they talk about things, that's their language. So we're creating our own language together that when we speak, they automatically know, oh, that's Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, Indians not taxed. They are not citizens. They are not under the jurisdiction of the United States. And we want to make that clear. The other thing, and maybe she'll come up after I'm done with this, I don't know. The other thing is, I would like to take that link, if you would, and pull it up, and I'm going to show them where to go to donate, and I'm going to explain the donation page. Would you mind doing that?
Hold on. You want me to pull it up, or you wanted me to post it again? Hold on. Let me see.
So they can see it. Yeah.
Or just a second.
Yeah, I'm going to show them where to go.
Okay.
And explain some things on it that they're going to see. I'm going to try to make this quick too, because I know you had some other people coming on. And also I want to give them a chance to ask questions if they want to.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I think this is it right here. Is this it? I want to say this. Hold on. If not, I'm going to have to go out. And okay. This is it.
Yeah, this is the website that we're going to put where you can listen to him. We will be posting everything that's going on with him, where you can constantly come and look and see. And also you will see where your donations are going. That is the website. Now, this is our council website. Our council is the government of this nation. These are some of the things, our causes. We're working on clean water, adopting our own children, or bringing them back into our nation. These are the things that we're working on. There's just a few of them. Could you take them to the page that says donation? Because they can browse the website whenever they want to. Take them to the page that says donation.
Okay, donation.
Wait, hold on. You see where it says protection and advocacy?
Well, I'm reading all of the.
That's.
Yes, ma'am. That's this one.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be under. Now, our website is under construction based on the fact that it is changing to our nations, to a law system, and not just a council. We were just once a council. So a lot of this is being worked on. At the time that we were a council, we were a 501c3. Now we are not. So you might see something that says 501c3 on it. Know that we are not a 501c3. All of these things are changing. You will not, if you donate, don't think you're going to get turn it in to them and then they're going to say, oh yeah, you got this coming. I mean, I can't tell you not to do that, but that's not what's going to happen. You need to know we are not a 501c3 anymore. All of that's going to be changed because we are not corporate. We no longer have an EIN number. We no longer deal with EIN numbers. Also, I'm going to put up the documentation that shows that we have come out of the EIN number and it is no longer in effect. All of these things are going to come up. You can browse our website periodically and see how we are changing. But that is it. That is a part of what we're dealing with. Now, go to the part that says donation, and I'm going to show you how to donate, and I'm going to read that to you so you'll see how it works. Okay. This is the donation page for our council. You will see on there, scroll down, you see where it says we are a 501c3 tax immune. That's no longer the case. That's being changed and will be taken off of there. We are not tax exempt or tax immune. We are not taxed at all. Does that make sense? I hope
you said scroll down.
No, yes, you were at the spot. Go back up.
Okay. All right.
So you are able to, when you make your donation, you can, because this donation is for a lot of things, for land, other things, anything that we want to do. But this page right here, you can click on, let me pull it up myself so I can show you where you could click on. I don't know if she can make it any bigger. Hold on. When you click on, hold on. Okay. It can say write a comment. Do you see that on there?
Can they say it again? Do I see what?
When you go down to the bottom, it will say write a comment.
Hold on.
Click write a comment, because that's where you're going to say this donation is for. You determine. It'll say your comment, and you can put this donation is for the legal fund. And if you want it,
comments right here, yeah. Okay.
You see it?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so
right
you
here,
can do this. I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it says display your donation or your comments on the donor's wall right here, and then you say display the first name instead of your full name, and it's you can hide the donation amount.
Yeah, you can do that. Our goal is $5,000 because we want to be able to stay in North Carolina for as long as we need to. The reason why we did not do GoFundMe, because if we don't reach that goal, then we can't get the funding. But even if we don't reach that goal immediately, we can still go forward as you donate. So it's on our website. When you click write us a comment, it is important, if you're donating just to the legal fund, put just to the legal fund. But we're asking specific donations to go for Willie. Put on there, this donation is for Willie Lilly. That goes for him only. This goes to accepting his phone calls, which costs $3 every time he calls. And then there is a fee for the call. So each call adds up to be anywhere from $2 to $9. It depends. We may have to change it. It's not as costly as it seems, but because he only has 15 minutes per call, it gets costly to speak 2 to 3 times a day, if that would make sense to you, because we need to be able to constantly speak back and forth with him without it being a burden on us or him or his people. So we're asking you to help bear that cost with us. Also, like I said, we will also be paying for transportation. We're either going to fly to him, rent a car and drive to him. We want to get a Airbnb to stay in, which includes Tulu, because she is a major player in this situation, because he called me through her, and she has been putting forth her own money to help. So doing this helps her as well. That's the one thing I want you to do. Put that in the comment and what it's for. Now we want you to also click display your donation and comment on the donor wall. That is an option. I'm asking you to do it because it gives his people and anyone who wants to see that this is legitimate, or I should say lawful, and that they'll see, yes, people are donating, and they're not afraid to show what the donations are and how much the donations are, because we have nothing to hide. You can display your name if you want to, but if this is a nation that is, or a clan, or a group, then you can display that too. For example, my own personal people donate. That's me, my son, my daughter, my nephews. So I would put on there what the name of my nation is, which is not the Mississippian nation. We have our own nation, which is under I can't think of it right now, but it has a totally different name. You will see it on there because I'm gonna make a donation as well. Or you can put high donation amount. I suggest that you let people see your donation amount because it keeps things above board and lawful. But if you want to hide your donation amount for reasons, we understand that too. Did you pull that up for them?
With the donation amounts, or
so they can see everything on there.
Where do I go? Do I hit
where
okay,
it says display?
Okay, display. Okay, right here, display.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got that. Okay, I'm gonna hit it again, then hit next. Okay, I see what you're saying. Hold on.
Don't hit next because you're not donating for real.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. You know,
not yet. I got them though. I got them. It says right here. It says use a comment, display your donation and the comments on the donor wall. This, like she's saying, this will let his family know that this is not a game. We know that we're indigenous. See, a lot of our family members, unlike some of us, they don't know who they are because it wasn't passed down to who they were. But Willie and Lily been on this journey with us. He know who he is because he's been researching his family. And just because you research it doesn't mean your family is all in on it. Because, hey, my family been knowing who the hell is. You think they give a damn? We grew up. My elders in my family know. We've always talked about it. It was like after my generation, nobody has talked about it unless we had a family reunion. Then that's when it comes up that our great-great-grandmama name was Cherokee, which is Anayawiya or Kitawa. So then that's when it comes up. But other than that, nobody cares because they've been so damaged and nothing they have done in the past has shown them or showed them that, oh, you the indigenous people. But yet you still going in and out of jail or you being mistreated or mishandled. Anytime you need help from this corporation that's here on your land, the moment in 1933, when they took your gold, they were supposed to say everything that you do in America is free by your signature. It is worth your gold in weight because you are the indigenous people of the land.
Yep.
But they did not honor that. Now we're coming back because we want them to honor what the fuck their forefathers wrote in that damn treaty.
Yep.
They keep playing with us, trying to get our people under this fucking slavery because we're the only ones here that they can make money off of. Because you're the people of the fucking land.
Yep. That's why we got to come out. We come out, they fall automatically.
Facts.
They fall because they on our backs. But the moment we stand up and say, fuck you, we are done with you, they fall. This is why they harass us. Because they want to make us afraid. We got to get past that fear and beat this motherfucker to the ground.
Yes. We got to unscrew every motherfucking goddamn screw. Whatever they got holding this corporation to fucking gather this goddamn machine. We need every goddamn screw, bolt, nut out of this motherfucker. Because y'all have done too much fuckery here on our land to our people.
Yep.
When you settled here, you told these people that first thing you said you came here with nobody here was all just a land. But then you came back and said y'all unalived all the fucking Indians. You didn't say the natives. But the way you unalived us was on pencil and paper.
Yeah.
You got us caught up in your fucking goddamn corporation.
Yeah.
Corporation can't give birth to the natural. You can give birth to these incubator babies, but you can't give birth to us.
That's right. That's right. You can't. And that's important. We see, here's the fear. We have the opportunity to unify outside of their cage. That frightens the fuck out of them. I'm going to be honest with you. It also frightens Native Americans. TikTok. I was just trolling TikTok.
Yeah.
Run across some Native Americans. I was just listening to them and they saw me on there. When they saw me on there, they went to my TikTok and looked up to see who I was. And so the girl started saying, this Mimi Olom is a, she claiming she a chief and she this and she that and blah, 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 blah. Well, since they addressed me, I went on and said, okay, sure. Why don't me and you talk? Just the two of us, chief to chief. Mm-hmm. Okay. He allowed that. And I think I told y'all this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. He allowed that. And he made them be quiet and listen to the two of us. And I asked him questions. And he, of course, put us down and said, well, y'all doing this and y'all doing that, because, that's why we ain't afraid of y'all. That's really what he was trying to say. And blah, 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 blah. Okay. He asked me, so why don't you tell me something about you and your nation? I told him what he wasn't expecting to hear. I said, well, we're Indians not taxed. We're Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 of the Constitution. Oh, we don't go by the Constitution. Motherfucker, I bet you don't. Because you can't claim Indian. I didn't say that to him, but I was certainly thinking it. You can't claim Indian. They can't. They can't claim Aborigine either. And I asked him, what about when the United Nations, you went there and you wanted to be called Aborigine and they told you no? See, this is why they can't claim it. They can't. It's against the law. Please comprehend that. So people tell you, we don't need to use the word Indian because they created it. Okay, but that's in the Constitution. They're part. It's in the Constitution.
I was just agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you.
I know you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
I was saying they can't claim it. They know they can't claim it. And the only time they use that shit is in their fraudulent goddamn court system, which we know ain't nothing but a goddamn circus. When they go, they claim Native outside, but when they use it as a political stance, only in the courthouse. They can't use it nowhere else because we know the courthouse is a part of the fucking corporation. That's what they're not telling you when they holler, oh, Indian and Native is one in the same. No, the fuck is not. No, the fuck is not.
So let me finish telling you. He was talking big and bad about, y'all, y'all people are saying y'all from Taiwan on y'all's documents and this, that, and the other. So y'all just giving away your land by telling people you come from a whole nother country. I listened to him. Now, I don't want people to get mad at me about it because I'm telling you what he said, not what I said. I said, okay, well, I get it. I know how you feel. I let him talk and talk and talk big and bad like they always do. So then when he asked me, I told him, well, we're Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3. We're Indians not taxed. We are not under the jurisdiction of the United States. Crickets. Well, what do you mean?
I know they like to talk crazy when you say that because see, they dependent on this corporation because they are the modern day faces of the corporation. Yep. See, they don't think we know this. When they say modern day, that means those are the new faces of the corporation, not the new faces. They don't have nothing to do with this land. They have something to do with the corporation, and they don't understand that because their people before them had already took oath. So they living a lie that they fucking people before them taught them. That's all they doing. That's why they say modern day natives.
Yep.
Nigga, because like your boy say, we're not the new motherfucking natives. We the old motherfucking natives. We the old motherfuckers that was
already here. Go ahead. So, of course, they started talking some other stuff, and they asked me, well, he asked me, they had him to ask me, how can you come out of the corporation? Because so-and-so. I said, well, here's the thing. Our people have colored Negro on their birth certificates. That's one thing. The other thing is that, now I'm trying to remember everything I said to him. I said, we are people, and I know what I said to him. I said, we're the ones who they're talking about in Congress, House Congress Resolution 331 that says time immemorial, meaning we've been here on this land so long, they cannot put a date on it. I said, and you guys said you came from where? Crickets.
They know it.
Because if you came from somewhere else 17,000 years ago, it wasn't the white people on here 17,000 years ago. Obviously, you're not time immemorial. I didn't tell him all that. I let him think about it. Think about it. So he said, well, you know, he just asked me a bunch of questions. After that, here's the good part. I finally said, okay, I'm going to get off. I'm going to let y'all, because they were getting a little hostile towards me. So I'm going to get off. Thank you for letting me get on. So I listened to him for a little while. And those women were saying, oh, they can't do that. They can't come out the system. The United States doesn't take kindly to anyone who comes out the system. Oh, they was fucking nuts. And you know what he said to them? Don't worry. We have nothing to worry about. Well, obviously you do, because they were scared because they can't come out the system. Not without running into us.
And you know what I told them? Because I done had this same conversation with they dumbasses. And like I told them, I said, see, the problem is once the fucking corporation is gone, you're gone. So you sitting over here talking shit on this fucking thing, but we're going to be the judge. Y'all looking for a white man in the sky. The judgment is already motherfucking here. Whether you know it or not, we're already here.
Now you said that, take them back to that page that says, let me go back to it myself. The page where it says, I can't think of it. Here it is. Protection and advocacy. We're going to change that to protection and counsel. That all of that comes under the protections that our nation provides under the law. Now you won't see a lot of that on there right now because we're still modifying our website. But it's under the law, protection and advocacy, and counseling. They can't do that because they're sovereign citizens. And like, listen, you know what?
Willie say that they were sovereign citizens. That's a whole
Willie Lilly said to me today, yes, sovereign citizen is an oxymoron. I thought I was going to laugh myself all of his time off. I really did. I said, yep. People got to realize that's exactly what it is. You cannot be a sovereign citizen. You can't be private. That's a citizen. All that shit is citizenship. Now, I know people are going to be mad at me and disagree with me and all that, but this is how our nation runs. I'm not telling people how to run theirs. This is how our nation runs. Because we know in order to beat this beast up, we got to come outside the fucking cage. We can't be inside the cage where he go open his mouth and take us out, because he doesn't know. He doesn't think we know, motherfucker, there's an outside to this cage, and our ancestors gave it to us. You see? So here's where our nation is. We realize that a lot of shit in the Bible was written by the fallen ones to confuse us in that letter our people wrote, who was warning us against this time. And so now what are we doing? We're going around that mountain over and over and over again. They want to provide it. Here, well, come in and get my fiat. I help you. I help you. That motherfucker ain't gonna help you. He ain't never helped you. When is he ever even giving you any fucking fiat? He don't even give you enough money to go buy your own land back.
That part. First of all, he's giving you fucking promissory notice. And as we know, that promise ain't never stood on a solid ground no damn way. Every time they gave you a promise, it was on fucking quicksand. So how the fuck you gonna give me a promise? I don't want your promises, nigga. I want you gone. I want you to leave my motherfucking people alone. That's what the fuck I want you to do. I don't want you to dumb out all this fucking gold and all these niggas give us back our gold. We'll do what the fuck we need to do with our gold. Mm-hmm. We want you motherfuckers gone. Mm-hmm. We don't want you saying nothing to our people, because every time you get in the middle of us and our people, you're fucking over on them. That's all y'all ever done was fuck over on our people.
Yep. Because they can't I'm sorry, somebody was texting me. They can't operate without us. We need to know that. If you come to my house, set up business in my house, on the backs of me and my children, because we're autochthonous and we're in our dormant state like trees and everything else. When it's time for us to bud and wake up, start having babies again, first you want to start doing things like poke us in the arm. You want to do everything to stop us from operating as the universe is waking us, quickening us to come into the realization of who we are and the knowledge of who we are and how we're supposed to operate as people who have fed the world for eons till time immemorial. We have fed the world, we created the world, and then we fed it. And then somehow we got caught up in this bullshit. Yeah, they scared because Goldilocks finally realized we coming up out that motherfucking basement. Bitch, you've been eating our porridge, laying in our bed, fucking in it, asking everybody else to come and do here. Because see, that's Goldilocks is a motherfucking artificial womb set up in our house.
Facts.
That bitch got to go. Tell her. Don't let me rant now, okay? I'll be ranting.
You good. Because you telling the damn truth for far too long. Every time you see them tell a story about the indigenous people of the world, they done up and moved and disappeared. And while you set up shop in our fucking shit. And then the sad part is, that's the same story that you've been running on generation after fucking generation, and the motherfucker ain't putting shit together yet. That they're lying to you? Something is not right about the story.
Yes.
You can't be the hero and the motherfucking slave all at the same time. You niggas have been too busy looking at too much TV. 1 minute you're hollering you the hero, next minute you're hollering you the slave. Nigga, pick a struggle. But I can tell you what, if you're going to be the slave, get the fuck out of our way, because we ain't the slaves. And we don't want you slave motherfuckers goddamn it joining us, because you'll be that same motherfucker that tell the motherfucking enemy where the fuck we at.
Right.
So yeah.
Now on the State Nation donation page, the minimum you can donate, I think, is $3. I think it's $3. If you could give $3, thank you so much. 1,000 people give $3. That's a $3,000. Gets us on the way. That gets us on the way.
Okay.
So yeah. If that's what you can do, thank you. If you can do more, thank you. 1,000 people giving $5 gets us to the goal, which is $5,000.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
We want to be there for this man and others like him and her who have been caught up by saying, I know who I am, to the beast. Yes. We want to be there.
They don't understand. They don't understand, Chief Mimi, the reason why the system was set up. The system was set up to get us off the land so they can come through and put all their people on the land.
Yeah.
That's why they tell you that we're incarcerated at a higher rate. It's because they know who the fuck you are. They don't need you out here. Just in case we have to go to WAR, our men and women will be incarcerated. They will not be able to protect the ones that are not incarcerated.
Yep.
It's to make less of you out here in the free world.
Yep.
You have to get this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I'm saying they got to get this. You got to understand what is going on in the games that they're playing. Go ahead, Chief Mimi.
This is why we're calling you to come into this nation and help build a law enforcement. It's lawful. There's no way the United Nations or anyone else can come against you when you are not at war, but you're keeping your law. See, that's the thing. We got the right to keep the law. They know who we are. If they didn't, they would have let them Native Americans claim Indian and Aborigine.
Facts.
Okay. They know who we are. They know who the Aborigines are. Right? Y'all need to act like it. Because when they leave here, you're going to be left with a fucking mess and don't know what to do because you haven't gathered yourselves and to operate as a court, because we got to take these motherfuckers to court.
Yes.
And to operate as a law enforcement. If they leave and we're still dealing with people who is talking shit with an EIN number, they're going to be thrown down just like the rest of them, and they're going to have nowhere to go because they're going to take their fee out and get the fuck out, and what they going to live off of? Killing us. Y'all better hear me now. I've been saying this for how fucking long? We need law enforcement. If it was wrong, you think I to keep saying this on YouTube and all of they can't tell me to not operate in the law. They can't tell me to tell you to not operate in the law. Y'all better know it.
They want to act like we don't know. They want to make like we're so illiterate that we don't know what it is when it comes to law and when somebody else is breaking. We don't need y'all to monitor us. You need to get your degenerate motherfucking people that's been here on the land causing havoc.
Right. Because
that's what you need to do.
Law,
I'm dropping this for Tulu.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
I said I'm dropping this link. I'm dropping this link for Tulu so she can come up here.
Okay.
I said I'm dropping this link for Tulu so she can come up here and speak as well. But definitely, they want y'all to. Okay. Who?
Pomai.
Say that again, Chief Mimi.
Is Chief Pomai out there?
Is she out there? She can. Yes, I just dropped the link so both of y'all can come up. Halito, everyone just coming in. This right here is about Chief Mimi. They're trying to get help for Willie Lilly. Y'all might know Willie Lilly if y'all been around for a long time. Y'all know who Willie Lilly is. Mm-hmm. He's been kidnapped by this fucking corporation, and they're trying to keep him hostage because this is what it is. It's a hostage. Because he knows who he is, and he has the right to protect himself on his land. But for some reason, it's okay for foreigners to come here and do what the fuck they want to us, and we're not supposed to stand up for ourselves in our fucking land. I mean, this shit done went on for too long. They're just like a motherfucker kick door in your goddamn house. And then you think it's okay for me to let you come in and rob me and not goddamn it do something to you. But then if I get your ass on the way out the door, they was leaving. See, that's the type of shit they want to play with us. They have the right to take my shit and me not to recounter it. Everybody's doing what they call the right to bear arms. But us. Ain't that kind of crazy, y'all? Y'all don't see this? We have the right to bear arms. I didn't say, gun. Bear arms. We all have the right to bear arms.
We do.
To protect
we have
ourselves.
That right. We're gonna make sure of all of that. All of that.
Hey, sis. Hey, Chief Mimi.
Greetings.
Peace and love to the chat. Much love. I just wanted.
She's linking up on it too.
Pieces.
What do you say, Chief Mimi?
I said Pomai's coming up also. It's gonna be 4 of us. That's great.
She's coming. Okay, yeah, she said I'm gonna drop the thing one more time. Okay. I just dropped it again for her.
I posted it to her.
This is what it's all about, us knowing who. Oh, okay. I didn't know. But this is what it's definitely about, us coming together as a people. If we don't come together as a people, they're going to keep railroading us. Mm-hmm. They're going to keep on railroading us and doing what the hell they want to us. Halito, Chief Palmer, how you doing?
Halito, Copper Empress.
Halito.
I would like to introduce each of my Halloween, if you'll let me, because I speak a lot about it. I want to introduce her really quick because she's the one on the chat that they don't know. And then she could speak for herself. But Chief East Halloween is a sister nation who has, let me be clear, taught my ass a lot. She has taught me a lot about the law. And that's why I like working with her. That's why I like to work together. When it comes to when I say I have a law student, she knows I have a law student. She has law students. She say, okay, here's some documentation you need to know. Here's a treaty you need to know. Here's this you need to know.
Wait a minute, Palma. it's let me see if I can. Yeah, I think it's her mic. It's just her mic. So, yeah.
It's really staticky.
Yes,
I'm log out.
yes, that's what you can do.
Wait, I'm gonna tell her, is that your mic? Okay, she'll have to come back on. But anyway, she's so knowledgeable. I surround myself with people who know more than I do. And some people laugh at that, but that's just the way it is. I do. I surround I tell that to Joseph all the time. I like that you here because you're smarter than me. But I'm not gonna use the word smart anymore. But he's more intelligent than I am as far as he knows a lot. And text also shows me things that we can use. Here's the thing that these two sister nations are about to do. We are coming together. We are asking for 13 womb bearers who come out of the system with us or has come out of the system to be members of the nation, because we are going to make some moves that I cannot say here, that it will take 13 of us, but we also need men who want to be there when we make this move. I've talked to Joseph. I think he knows what I'm talking about. And he's already said, Mom, I'm there. This is important. So we have officially opened up the opportunity to become a member of our nation. I told you we would do that eventually. The time has come, but it will be closed on December 31st. And the reason why we're going to close it on December 31st, if you have not received your application, if you have not turned it in and we see your application, we will not be able to take you after the 31st, because then we're going to have our orientation. And the orientation is where everyone who has sent in their application, who has completed the application and is able to come in and learn, that is the beginning of learning about this nation in the orientation. We are looking at, we'll probably get 20 people, maybe 10. Half of those people will stay. The other half will say, I'm scared. I get it, because it's not easy to tell that beast, I'm coming out your mouth. He gonna keep snapping at you, like he does me, like he does mine. But we beat that motherfucker down every time he snaps. And that's why he's pissed, because he cannot deal with the law. And we have proven that in our own lives. I don't ask anybody in my nation to do anything I haven't done myself. Nothing. I've returned my birth certificate. I'm sorry. What's the word I'm looking for? Rescinded my birth certificate. I don't ask anybody to do it until I've done it. I have turned in my driver's license and have our own nation ID. I don't ask anybody else to do it unless I've done it. Everything that our nation is required to do, we do. It is mandatory that you change from their birth certificate, which you get in our nation, is a document that you are alive and that you came through your mother's womb. You were not birthed on a ship and taken to some fucking land that's not yours. Okay, so we explain all of that kind of stuff, and we have people in nation to help us do that. Are you got it together, Chief?
Yeah, I got it together.
Okay, so I know Tulu wanted to speak. Tulu, you want to speak, and then I'll take it from
there. Yes, I do. I ain't gonna be up here long. I just wanted to come up and as many of it's not been a lot of people that I work with, but the people that I have been working, in the cut, they really are going through some things. And what I do encourage everyone to do is please have a durable power of attorney. Because if you get in a situation like this,
see, here's the thing: when you come up here, if you're going to talk different than us, and I have to let them know we don't agree with the power of attorney, because that puts you right back into their mouth. We will not.
Okay, but didn't I get a recording for me being his power of attorney?
I'm sorry.
I'm not going against what you're talking about. I'm inquiring about a durable power of attorney.
Right.
He asked me to be his power of attorney.
We don't do that. If you're his power attorney, we won't be able to work with him because we don't do that.
Okay, then I'm gonna get off of here. I'll let y'all take the floor, and then I will talk to you personally on the phone.
Okay. Okay. So that's why I say, I'm not opposing what other people do. However, I have to stand on how we work because I've seen it work. And East Poma has done something that no other EIN number has done. She has gotten children back. I'm gonna let her talk to you about that. Go ahead, East Poma.
And Lakakain, everybody. The process that I move through is just as Mimi Olom has stated. I stand on Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, and I stand on valid treaties because there's a lot of treaties out there that are not valid. They were created by sellouts of our own people, and then they were created by $5 so-called $5 Indians too. So, but there are specific ones, and we only stand on congressional records and congressional documents that can be used to edify who we are in their own words. And so, yes, there was a young matriarch whose offspring were taken. I'm gonna use the language she uses to describe her baby. She stays really far away from the language that they use to describe us because it takes us back into their jurisdiction. So she calls her children offspring because that is directly from her loin. And so her offspring were taken, and I had been assisting her in walking in the light of Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 in the Great Law of Peace. And so had really coached her on how to speak because I couldn't speak for her, how to speak to these judges, this magistrate, and to invoke her rights, her indigenous rights, her constitutional rights of Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, and her lineage rights, her bloodline rights. These are rights. Our bloodline is law and our lineage is law. And so she stood on those things. And I'm also a natural doctor. That's what I kind of do, and a therapist in the realm of psychology. And so I was able to speak on the stand also as her therapist, as her offspring's doctor, because they wanted her to get a psychological evaluation from their people. Well, we don't do that. We have our own methods of treating our own people. Mimi Olom is a therapist. So we have our own lawful way of doing things, and it's a cultural way. So I was able to speak in that courtroom that day and speak truth to their so-called powers as her natural doctor and as her offspring's medical doctor, natural doctor.
Let me speak to that for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we don't do power of attorney, because it ties our hands. One of the things with Mr. Lily is that they're saying they have the right to evaluate him. No, the fuck you don't. But if someone else's power of attorney and they're speaking different than we are, then raising the money is for nothing because we're not doing that. And I know this may rub people the wrong way, and you might say, well, but he has the right to choose. He does. And we will never, he made the contract with us, and I told him at any time, and anybody wants to do it anytime, because we don't charge that you want to come out of this contract with us. All you have to do is say, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going in a different direction, and we'll move for those who want to work with us. There's several other guys right now who is saying, please, I want to be, we've been dealing with these these contracts that I can't think, what do you call it? Apostle or something like that. I don't know about that, but they've are now dealing with the court according to these corporate documents that they've used, and they're like, they don't work. I'm just being honest with you. So now they're looking at me, but I told you they wasn't gonna work.
Oh, the authenticated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
authenticate the birth
that stuff.
because now he's saying, well, how do I get out of that? So I know that this rubs people the wrong way when I speak this way, but I got to speak according to how our nation works. So when other people speak, I'm not there to say, oh, don't do that. You got to, if you choose to do that, I don't have a problem with it. That's your choice. But we don't roll that way. So when somebody comes up and speak opposite of how we roll, it causes conflict. And that is what we don't want. We don't want conflict. We want to be able to work with everyone, but they have to work under the law. That's how we work, under the law. There's not the SSK trust and all of those things are connected to the birth certificate. So now if that's true, and we're going back to the law of our ancestors, we got to ask ourselves, did my mama have a birth certificate? Did my grandmama have a birth certificate? Did the people before have a birth certificate? And if they didn't, then that does not apply to them. There is a trust, but that's not it. And we're going after that trust. It's in our treaties. Okay, you go ahead. Go ahead. You spoil my time.
No, just to wrap up, because the matriarch she's watching this live right now too as well. She follows you, Copper Empress, and she already Mimi Olome. She looks up to you, highly respects Mimi Olome, and so with that, because she stood on Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 first and foremost, and because she invoked the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, and she invoked the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, and she invoked her right to self-identify and her right to return. And even though she had some contracts with the state, and a lot of people are in certain types of contracts for survival reasons, they could not hold that contract against her because the contract was also done in fraud, under duress, and under coercion, and without free, prior, informed consent. The judge did try to use that contract against her, and she invoked that this was done without my full knowledge, my consent, or full disclosure. So with that being said, we then began to work directly with the Department of Human Services, and we put them on notice that they were violating her Indigenous rights, and they were also violating their oath. And we hold people to their oath. These people take an oath, and even if they don't take one because they're not an elected official, they honor that. They have to abide by that oath because they're on foreign land. They're foreigners on foreign. It's foreign to them. This land is not foreign to us. So when invoking all of these things and holding these people accountable and letting them know you can be charged with genocide, and genocide is punishable by death. I remind them all the time. Mimi Olome reminds them all the time. Your actions right now will depict your future. And if you will be incarcerated or you will receive the death penalty, I think you should tread very lightly.
Very lightly.
And so she was able to get her babies back in a little over 60 days, under 60 days, which was unheard of in this system here in this particular area where we are. It takes people sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year or longer to get their babies back. But because she was able to stand on the law and enforce it and remind the judge, magistrate, that as she asked him, did you take an oath to the Constitution? And he had to say on that stand, well, yes, I did. And did everyone in this courtroom take an oath to the Constitution who are either being, they're representing the Children and Youth and Families organization, or they're representing the state, or they're representing the agency that's, attempting to force her to put her offspring into their educational system. This was all about her babies not being in their school system. This is all this was about. And she was able to force their hand, and she's still homeschooling her babies right now, even though they took them because they weren't in school in the first place. So yes, this is real. And Mimi Olome, you can continue on your enlightenment with the people. I just was here to just confirm that. Yes, this is real. Our ancestors made a way for us out. They gave us a foundation to stand on. And when we are outside of that, we are outside of law. And we are law.
Yep.
The matriarchs.
Yep.
The womb bearers.
Yep.
We are the law. And
stay on if you have time.
I will. I'm just going to sit back and listen.
Okay. It is important to note that the same thing is happening with our nation. It makes me happy when one of our nation members says, well, I got arrested, and they'll call me and I'll record it. The first one, I spoke to him. Well, she's got 2 warrants for her arrest. When I got done with them, he realized he couldn't arrest her because she wasn't under his jurisdiction. See, that's how the law works. And to be able to, when a cop does not listen to you and take you, and the woman at the top of the desk says, "Yeah, we can't put her in the jail because she's out of our jurisdiction." That's where you want to be. We're living.
Yeah, I know you're telling the truth.
I'm
a living witness. You know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Where I left. I'm a part. I was a part. I left the Saponic Catawba Nation, but everybody know that I was a part of the Saponic Catawba Nation, and you know I had my tribal ID. Reason why I left is because when our head chief that looked like us, he passed. They gave it to our Caucasian. I didn't want to go that route anymore. I already know what you done. We ain't gonna play the game. Is why majority of our people are still under the rule thumb of these fucking Caucasians because they're allowing the Caucasians be over our nations. We didn't birth you. You have no reason to be in our nation. And how I know this works because Tulu, I was on the phone with Tulu when this happened. When they pulled me over, and I gave them my tribal and my driver's license. Because they asked for it. They gave them to my tribe, but they asked for my driver. And when they called, they looked at it, threw it on the back of my car. They didn't say nothing. Then they called their chief. I mean, they called their supervisor. He came. He looked at it, looked at me, and came over there and said, "I apologize, ma'am. It must have been a misunderstanding." Gave me back my shit and told me to go on.
Mm-hmm.
When they know they don't have no jurisdiction over the indigenous people, they walk a whole different way.
Yep.
We've been allowing these people to do the shit that they're doing.
Yep.
Now it's time to give them back their shit.
Give them back their
shit. We're not
kick them out of our house. That's what we're doing. You get the fuck out of our house. Here's your shit, Goldilocks. Like I had to tell another Native American who was bullshitting and talking shit. Like I had to tell him, okay, you live by the Bering Strait. When the time comes, you walk your ass back home by the Bering Strait. And if you make it, motherfucker, good luck. That's how I feel about that.
That part.
Yeah, that's where you came from.
We would not be sending no more. That's a fact.
No.
Because we would not be sending out no more motherfucking health care.
Yeah. So this Native American,
I said there will be no more health care. There will be no more health care packages. Because see, we've been taking care of a lot of people for far too long. Now we have to take care of our own because our own is damaged. So the only people will be taken care of is those of the Americas. I said the Americas because a lot of y'all don't understand when we say the Americas. That would be including all the West Indies. We are the ones that are damaged. And we're talking about the indigenous ones, not the Johnny-come-latelys, not the people that came, that flooded our cities and towns and continents. I'm about that, the indigenous people. No, ma'am. We're talking about since time immemorial. Those bloodlines. You're not a part of those bloodlines. You will not be taken care of.
Yeah.
So we hope you make it across that motherfucking Bering Strait. We hope you motherfuckers, if you came here on the steamboat, we still got steamboats. We can send your ass back by steamboat.
You know that flower that
all over the place. That's planes and shit now.
They want to talk about when a flower came up through the ice and we knew You better hope that motherfucker got some fruit on next time you go home. When you on your way home, you better be asking fruit come up out that ice and feed your ass. Because you ain't come over there where even the guy who debunked you said there was no way for them to continue to feed themselves. Where they gonna get food from? They ain't got no trees, no fruit trees over there. They ain't got no animals they can kill. What was they doing? Killing each other and eating their own people to get across that strait? Now that I can believe.
Look, Chief Mimi. Now, correct me am I wrong, because I watched my grandmama and them plant. And every time after the frost and all that kills your plants or the snow, you have to replant again. Majority of like flowers and different fruits and stuff, you have to till the soil. So how the hell did a goddamn flower come up out the damn ice after thousands of years that it's supposed to have been frozen over? Your story ain't making sense. Because see, we know where you came from, and please don't say we gave birth to these people. This is y'all problem. Y'all love the illusion of being all these super niggas, but yet you're slaves and you're slave-minded at this point. You can't be both. Either you gonna dissect this shit, or nigga just go on with that fucking slave narrative and get the fuck out of our damn way. Because if you know damn well ain't no damn flow, no fruit, no nothing came up through no hard-ass ice, and all of a sudden they knew where the hell they was going. That's because they came out of the labs around this fucker, and they flooded every place where the indigenous people were and took their damn identity.
Right.
They ain't womb bearers. They come from our womb. They're not the original wombs. They're not even nations. These people, these individual motherfuckers claiming somebody else's identity because they're not a nation. To be a nation, like Chief Mimi said the last time, you must come from the womb. Not a nation.
And your womb must come from a navel. Adam didn't have one, and neither did Eve.
Exactly.
So I also let me tell them this too, because I got a little bit of agenda. Because each Pama and our agenda on how we work is different, and we don't want to offend others who work different than we do. Not everybody's going to work the same. We are now going to open up my YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels. There's one where I counsel on. It's called Mimi Alone. That's where I do my counseling service. I had a counseling. I hate the word service, but I was doing counseling to help our people, and many people was coming to me, and that website will be open where people can come back and get counseling. I think Pomai will be opening up one too, where people can get counseling, because we have got to change our mindsets. We got to come out of colonization. Fiat is colonization. Our folks didn't deal in none of that bullshit. None of it. To still think this is how we think. This is not going to be accepted by all. We know that. That's why we're going to be doing our own YouTube channel, so that we won't be in conflict with others who are doing differently. Also, I will be speaking about our journey on TikTok. Please go on Mimi Alone and subscribe, whatever they do. Because once I get to 1,000,
Frida,
say that again.
I get Mimi. She get Chief me. Okay, she just put it. Frida just put it in the chat. That's her channel, Frida. So y'all can go there and start subscribing.
Yeah. Hey Frida, that's my baby. That's my sweetheart. Yeah. Once you do that, each Pama and I are going to go live, and we're going to talk about our journey outside of the corporation, what it's like, what we go through, what it takes, so that people can comprehend what it means. We're going to also, she at some point is going to open up her nation as well. I encourage you to please, if you will know that you are, you have your own nation, that means you are a mother, you have children, you have a man, you have people that you take care of. Please don't hesitate to contact me, because like I said, we're making moves, and we need 13 womb bearers to make that move with us. But we also need at least 13 males who was going to make that move with us. Now, if you do decide to come into this nation and you have land, then we want to form a committee of those of you who have land so you can come together and talk about how to become industrial. I don't know any other word at this. We are changing our language. I'm sure Pomai she'll tell me, Mimi, that's not the word. Okay, Miss Pomai, what's the word? We'll be building our own, I'm gonna use the term industry for now, to feed our people, clothe our people, where we deal in trade. We'll be trading with each other. That is how we did before. That is where we're going again. We are in the reset. When the reset happens, we want to be on solid ground. That solid ground is, well, I went to so-and-so. He has a trucking company. He is now taking food to these people by his trucking company. So-and-so and so-and-so is doing this, or so-and-so is doing that. We are our own responsibility. We're responsible for taking care of each other. We're responsible. You'll learn that in this nation. You're responsible for making sure that what you have is feeding the people. And what they have is feeding the people. And what I have is feeding the people and taking care of the people, and make sure that we have an enforcement, that when somebody comes along and says, you know, we want to evaluate your children. Well, you know what? Shoot that motherfucker. Excuse me, baby. That's how I feel. Because he ain't got no rights on your land.
Say,
I don't want to get you cut
I
off,
always say, no, you fine.
I
always say,
they show
it's time for you to unlearn what was taught and learn what was never taught. That's how you have to think about this journey. Unlearn what was taught and learn what was never taught.
Yep.
No, I know some stuff may be kind of hard because you've been in front of the TV for a long time. You've been in the school system for a long time. You've been in church for a long time. So it's always been told you're not supposed to question. You're supposed to raise your hand, get in line, get in order. That's all. You stay in order. Just stay in order in the right with your people. Stand on your bloodline. Yep. These people are not your bloodline. Stand on your bloodline.
You got a right to protect your land. You got a right to protect your life. You got a right to protect your children. You got a right to protect your dog if he belongs to you. And here's the good thing about it. Because you are the law, the land, the water, the air, and the water, you have the right to protect the air over you. You have a right to protect the land under you and the minerals in it. And here's why I'm telling you this, because there is something that we need to do. When we go to them, we say, we live here, motherfucker. That means you can't do no more chemtrails. That's over. And we have the right to tell them that, because they never asked us for free, prior, and informed consent to bring them fucking chemtrails over my house. If the only way you can chemtrail your motherfuckers is that you got to chemtrail the whole community, then you're against the law and we will put you in jail. We have that fucking right. I really want you guys to see that we have that right. And other nations are waiting for us to stand up and say, get the fuck out. Why do you think they pulled out? Because they know we waking up and they know we coming for their ass. Why you think they pull out of this shit? Because that corporation is over. But it's up to you to make it happen. It's up to you. Go ahead, Copper Info.
Okay. It's over. It's over. And now that y'all see what they doing is giving y'all, you know, the whole time you've been watching skits with the fucking presidency bullshit. All this ain't been up but plays and skits to keep y'all in the fucking system. They ain't in no goddamn White House. Those motherfuckers been doing what they've been doing this whole time in studios. They've been playing just like you watch all the rest of this shit, Days of Our Lives and all the rest of the shit. That's the same thing with this fucking presidency. They never will be royals. Ever. They know this. They know this. So only reason why they're still here, because you know why? Is because y'all, every time they talk about voting, y'all go get your asses in line. Vote means master. So I don't need no motherfucker to be my master. I need you to master this, get your ass out of the fuck out of here. I don't need your motherfucking ass to dictate what I need to do and what I don't need not to do. You're not even indigenous to this fucking land at all. Y'all the reason why they're still here. They can't operate here. You don't vote their asses in. Vote their asses to get the fuck up out of here. Take them off the valley. No, sir. You're not indigenous to this land. What the fuck is your name doing on this goddamn valley? This ain't making sense. They literally got them to tell y'all because black people ain't voting. Y'all know why they say black people? Because see, y'all used to that word term black. Yep. And that's where it gets y'all. Say they push you in. They know how to play strings with you and pull you into. They're not voting. You know why they use and targeted you about the votes? Because you're the only reason why they damn ass is still here in America. Yep. Other than that, they would have been the fuck up out of here. You keep them here. You keep them here.
Talk about it.
Y'all better know what you're doing. Y'all better start researching. Y'all better know. And y'all keep talking about they got their foot on your neck. You keeping their foot on your neck. But not knowing who you are, you listening to everybody but what your grandmama never said. And I think that's very disrespectful. And I think half these motherfuckers out here talking about their grandmama's lied, they couldn't read. I hope she smother all you motherfuckers in your goddamn sleep. Yeah. You disrespectful motherfuckers, because if it wasn't for the blood of her, you motherfuckers wouldn't be here. Not no blood of no motherfucking Jesus. If it wasn't for the blood of your ancestors, your ass wouldn't be here. How the hell you honor somebody else's goddamn ancestors and not your own? How you look up the other motherfucking ancestors and not your own? That's why your ass been getting your ass whooped all this goddamn time. Over there honoring some motherfucking body that ain't never shed blood. My mother shed blood for me the day she pushed me out of her fucking wound. Mm-hmm. Her mother shed blood for her the day she pushed my mother out of her womb. And so far on back. Those are the only people that ever shed blood for us. Not this corporation, not none of these motherfucking foreigners. They've been here robbing and pillaging and killing us the whole fucking time. Mm-hmm. But soon we tell y'all
let me get back to
what they done.
Let me get back to Willie for a minute.
Go ahead,
now,
Chief.
One of the things that the reason why we want to go there is because I have established a relationship with his mother, his Olom, his uncles, and his aunt, because they don't understand that we're Indians. It is important when a man is incarcerated that the judge see him with his, what they call bloodline or his family members, because they won't respect anything else. They just don't. So we're counseling them. That's why we're counsel. They are receptive to our counsel. They know that we don't charge. They know all of that. They have given me the information that he needs to give him, his documents, his credit cards, and I've gotten those to him. I need to for you to know that is how we're working. We're working with his family, because if that is the connection to his land, their land, his bloodline. I said family because I'm thinking of court, but we use the term Olom, which means your bloodline. That's why I'm calling Mimi Olom, mother to our bloodline. So you need to know how we're operating. Now, I didn't know that he has turned over power of attorney to someone else. Now that I know that, I need to let you know that we cannot continue to roll if that is the case. I will have to talk to him, and I will have to find out from him if that is what he wants to do, because we will not ever force anyone to roll with us in any capacity. He has spoken to me that his lawyer is trying to work something out where they will release him. We want to work with the lawyer in that release, and not only that, what happens to him afterwards, because they want the feds to put him away for good. This doesn't end with him being released. Yeah, they did some dirty shit to him. That's why we got to deal with the law, because the feds are the law, and that's where we challenge jurisdiction. Rapoma, would you talk about challenging jurisdiction? You know about that.
Yes. Can I be heard? Because I was having difficulty with my earbuds.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yes,
good,
ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay, good. I had a lot of static on my end, but it seems like it's cleared up. So when I kind of don't know where to begin other than to just say this. When you find yourself in a situation with these immigrants, with these foreigners, in this corporation, the very first thing that you must do is challenge jurisdiction. And to challenge jurisdiction is to put on the record who you are as the Aborigine, as the sovereign, in the relationship between ourselves and their corporation. They are not the sovereign.
You're a
At
little bit
that
muffled.
Okay, hang on. One of my earbuds popped out. Hang on, let me get my earbuds. Can you hear me now?
I think it's better.
Okay. So as I was saying, whenever we find ourselves being accosted by these people or being charged by these people in their fraudulent system, the first thing we do is challenge the jurisdiction. That is to challenge their authority over us. They don't have authority over us. So once you challenge the jurisdiction, the burden of proof is on them to prove that you are a citizen, a foreigner, and an immigrant. And they're never going to be able to establish any of those things because you never applied for citizenship. Your mother didn't apply for citizenship. Your grandmother didn't apply for citizenship all the way back. And they won't have any records they won't have any documents on record and any signatures on record that you applied and filled out an application for citizenship. And those applications are in N400 or N600 form that's held at the Office of Immigration and Naturalization. Now, here's where they'll try to make you be a citizen is that 14th Amendment.
Is it
And we never,
you, Chief Palmer? You got a Bluetooth phone? Is that what it is? You got a Bluetooth phone, don't you?
okay, so I should not do it.
Is it?
Yeah, because you really muffled.
Yeah, they saying it
Okay,
still sounds.
okay, I'm gonna
Try
shut
doing it
off my
without. Try
Bluetooth.
putting yourself on your speaker,
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
and
Hang
yeah,
on for
just
a
shut off your
second.
Bluetooth. There you go.
Hang on for a second. I'm gonna
Okay,
do that. I'm gonna take the
okay.
Bluetooth off. Give me a moment.
While she's doing that, what I was one of the things I was going to say, should he decide that he wants to go in that direction, we will let you know because we want to know where your donation money is going. If it's not going to go in that direction, we will let you know promptly that it will not. But at this point, he has made a contract with us, and I'm not coming out of that contract until he tells me that he wants to come out of that contract. And I will be the first person to
No, I ain't nothing come back. It's so staticky.
Okay, okay.
I will come on and let you know. Because that did throw me. I wasn't sure he had done that. And I will never get in the way of how anyone else wants to roll. The person has to know this is how we roll, and this is the only way we roll. And so now, if he does come out, which we're hoping that they are able to. Now, what he told me is that his family also has to be there because they weren't there the first time, and he didn't get to come out. I don't know why that is, but his family must be there. This is why I'm working with the family. They are receptive to me, and I want to continue to work with them. There are certain things, the language that they need to know they cannot say in the presence of the enemy. They have to
That's a
know
fact.
this is why it's important for us to counsel them on the law. That is what your money would be going for. With us going to them and sitting with them at their house and saying to them, here's what you need to know when you stand with your son. If you're called to court, here's what you need to know because his lawyer ain't going to do that. That is what we do. We also work with the lawyer.
His oath is to the crown.
Yeah.
His oath is to the crown anyway. It is never to us.
Yeah. Yeah. So you need to know that's how we rolling, but we don't ever want to be in conflict with anyone because everyone has a right to make their own choices. And we're not.
Who is Janae Superstar? Is that please repost the link? Okay, you want the link to okay. Here you go. I'm sending it down. Okay.
That's
I think this is it. Okay, that's okay. Hold on, Chief Palmer. Let me get it again. That's for the site, and let me get this for your Copy. Okay, now I'm putting it in there for you. There we go.
So we're not going to be much longer. We just wanted to let them know what was needed. I want her to explain some things that we both know about Article 1, how Section 2, Clause 3, why we stand on it, the documents that support it, maxims of law that support it, how people have actually gotten their children back from that support, who she's worked with, how our people who have kept from being incarcerated in our nation because they are standing on it. And that's what we want to do. We believe that we should show the proof in this pudding when we ask people to come in. But we don't want to lie to people and tell them this is an easy walk. It's a hard walk. It's not an easy walk, especially for the two of us, because they really harass us because we're at the helm of this shit. And I don't know any other people who are actually standing at the helm of Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, but me and her. But if there are others, I would love for you to come in. Let's work together. Go ahead,
I hope that I can be heard. This phone, it must be my reception here. So
you clear now.
Okay, and I'm gonna sit real still because it seems like if I move, the static starts. So anyway, in La Kekalakein, the light of me honors the light in everybody here. Olom, my lineage, my bloodline. So jurisdiction. In the first thing that one has to do when we are accosted by these people or we're charged erroneously with these codes and statutes and policies and fictional arguments, we have to establish or challenge jurisdiction. That's the first thing we do. And in challenging jurisdiction, plain and simple, what that means is we are telling them that they must prove that they have jurisdiction over us. Jurisdiction meaning that we're under their authority, we're under their control, right? And so in order for them to prove that, they would have to prove that we are a foreigner, that we're an immigrant, that we are an illegal immigrant, a legal immigrant, a resident. We don't use those terms when we refer to us. I know that many of us have done that, filling out, applications for housing and apartments and all of that stuff, check that you're a resident. Well, we're none of those things. All of those things means foreigner. It's just another word for saying a foreigner. If they say, are you an occupant? Nope, not an occupant. Those are foreigners. Do you occupy this residence? Nope. I live in my body and I am at this time at this location. It's the way that we word things, but nonetheless, going back to, they have to prove that we applied for citizenship. They have to prove that our mother applied for citizenship, which would have made us naturalized because we were so-called born in the United States. We weren't born in the United States. I tell them all the time, no, I arrived out of my mother's womb in America. That's where I arrived. I arrived in America on the land in this particular part, which we would call North America. That's where I arrived. So they would have to prove that my mom or your mother or your grandmother, somebody would have had to apply for citizenship, which is an application process. Someone would have had to fill out an N-400 form or an N-600 forms. Those are immigration applications. Someone would have had to have an interview by an immigration lawyer. Someone would have had to take an oath to the oath to the Constitution. And that's a ceremony. You would have had to go through a ceremony where you held your right hand up and one on the other Bible, and you would have been sworn in as a United States citizen. So none of us are immigrants, and they know that. That's why when we get arrested, they can't deport us anywhere. There's no record of us coming from some other where. So challenging the jurisdiction is the critical first element. And if you don't challenge it, and even if you have to challenge it verbally, when the cops pull you over, you still have to tell them that I'm not under your jurisdiction, like Mimi Olom stated, and several members of her nation that she assisted to not be arrested. I've had my own experiences with that, and won my case, so to speak, in defending or standing on Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, that I'm not under their jurisdiction. So jurisdiction is key. That's the first thing. And Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 is the jurisdiction that we are within, and we stand at law, not in law or under law. Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3. We are not under their jurisdiction. Even if you have a birth certificate and a social security card, those are fraudulent documents. You didn't sign it. Your mother didn't ask you, hey, can I name you this? And then I'm going to fill out an application and I'm going to make you a ward of the court. Would you like that? They didn't even give our mothers full disclosure and say, hey, once you sign this document, you know you're turning your children over to us. You're docking it in, and we're going to register the property that you are giving us. None of that happened with any of us. So we can always challenge jurisdiction, even if we have a birth certificate, even if we just finished using the birth certificate and the social security card the day before. You have to be able to articulate how those things are instruments of genocide, and that you no longer associate or attach yourself to those instruments because they were all done without your free, prior, informed consent. You didn't know the contract. You didn't know it was a contract. You didn't know it was being signed. You didn't know it was being created. And nobody asked your permission for you to be a party to that contract. So I'll yield after that.
I want to give them an example of what you're talking about. Now, I'm a senior. I'm 72 years old. I am hold on so you can watch me. I'm on Social Security. I'm 72. Yep, I worked in it. I've got this and that. Now, the people who I'm challenging and taking to court, they're I'm sure they're kind of afraid of what's going on. So they went to the IRS. And I'm not sure if I told this story already, but they went to the IRS to have me investigated, and they removed my Social Security. I wake up one morning thinking I have Social Security, and it's down, like nothing except for a certain part of it. So once I was able to tell them, this is fraud, this is genocide. You think you're just going to drop me and just, you brought me into this, like she said, under fraud. But the language has to be the right language when you speak to them. But I was so surprised. She said, oh, did you ever get your Social Security back? I was like, yes, I did. She was like, God damn it, I didn't know. Well, she didn't say God damn it. That's one of my words. I didn't know. Why didn't you tell me? I said, yeah, I took it to him. You can't just fraudulently bring me up under your wing, and then all of a sudden, because I don't want to be up under your wing no more, you want to drop me to the ground where I'm going to starve. I can't live. I can't do this. Oh no, that's genocide. Throw that word around to them rightly. They quickly change shit. When the people who was at Social Security, when I talked to the right people, the first thing they said, which was a Slav, believe it or not, said, we're going to have to fix this. And she went to the right person and she said, nope, this ain't none of your fault. We're going to have to fix this. You know why? Because they know I would charge them with genocide. They know it. Okay, that's how you want to drop me after you fraudulently brought me into your system? Let's do it. Let's do it. That's how I talk to them. Let's go for it. And they know better. So, she don't talk like that like I do on live. She only talk like that when nobody listening.
You got jokes.
It's all right. I do enough of that for y'all, Mo.
And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to that. So yes, I would like you to donate no matter what happens with Willie. And we want the best for him. I love him. I talk to him. I think he's just one of the greatest guys. I played the full tape of his acceptance of our nation, working with him and our council. I played it for our council, and the first thing I said was, wow, he sounds like such a great guy. So you can tell when you're talking to somebody who's an asshole and when they're not. I said, yeah, he's really a great guy. And we all want to work with him. We want to not only get him out, but show him, baby, you can turn around and do some shit that nobody else is going to tell you till you come out, and we're going to work with you. So yeah, we do want to still work with him. We still want to continue to work with his folks, his bloodline, his lineage, because they don't know who they are. And we want to talk to them and teach them who they are. Because one of the things they said to me, well, he keeps talking to us about land. We have land, we have this, we have that. Yes, let us come talk to you about it, because he's trying to protect you. So we want to continue in that, but it will take funds. However, again, I will say, should he decide that is not the way he wants to go, we will let you know, but we will still help other people. Please join my YouTube, because Poma and I are going to start doing some lives on what it's like to be in our nations and what you need to do. Please join my TikTok, because we're going to start doing lives there talking about how our nations work and what you need to do. Again, we are looking for people who want to help us build a law enforcement, because when they leave out, there's going to have to be somebody who can take care of these motherfuckers who think they just going to continue to they sending them here to fight us. Y'all need to know that.
Yes, they are.
So y'all better get ready. They sending them at the door because they know it's time to leave. They know where they gotta go, and they're sending them at the border. And I think I talked about this before when I told you they are teaching them urban warfare against you. And if you don't stand up and say, "No, I ain't gonna do nothing about it," okay, well, don't say Mimi alone. Didn't warn you. What are you gonna say, Copper?
Can I address something real quick? I don't know if Koya, Quoia, it says you don't like me and they say it right. What are you talking about? I mean, did you come over here literally? I like to ask questions before I go in, because y'all know how I am. It's a lot of times I jump to, but I want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying in my chat. What you say on your own panel, but I want clarification of what you're saying over here. And what you do in your own lane, I don't have nothing to say about it, but please don't come over here in my lane with the bullshit. So before I goddamn start cutting off heads and scalping, I want to know. He said, this is proof that you have love and stand beside good, strong sisters. Okay, I just want to make sure. That's why I said I wasn't going to jump to conclusions before I went in to start scalping, and I'm glad you clarified it. I just want to make sure. All right, we can carry on. She dropped the link to the TikTok. Did you drop the link again to her YouTube? Tulu, you know how I am. They already. I like to tell people, I have been called. I have jumped to conclusion. I don't want to do that every time I see something. I rather go on before I have to go and stop apologizing. I rather get clarification. I don't want to scalp nobody that ain't, didn't come for war. I'm always in war mode, y'all. And y'all know how I am. So,
and I want to give a shout out to.
I'm glad you clarified.
I want to give a shout out to Frida, because she, every now and then I stop by her TikTok and she be spouting out some real history. I think you should. I think she has her own TikTok page, because I see her. She's with mine. Y'all should go by there and get some learning. Just smart young woman. Not smart. I know Chief Po might gonna say, "Stop saying smart." She's an intelligent, learned young womb bearer. Support her.
Absolutely. I love Sister Frida.
Get on my nerves sometimes. Going, now look, Mimi. No.
Cover Empress and Mimi alone. Party.
All righty. Thank y'all. I'm not, what I'm saying? I love building with, like I said, my elder. I think me and Chief Palmer are more around the same age. But I love building with my elders, because, like I said, we need more elder spaces out here, because a lot of them, they will listen to us, but yet they want, okay, if your grandmama said it, then why we don't see more elders saying it? Why? Because some of our elders have already transitioned. And a lot of our elders don't want to deal with you knuckleheads. Don't want to deal with you hard-headed people out here. Because if you're disrespectful, and they ain't even out here with it, they see just from looking out, they wonder how disrespectful y'all. Do you really think they want to be in your face trying to explain to you what took place, because you don't honor them anymore? You honor the system, and all these fuckers is telling you that you something else besides the bloodline that you come from. Yeah. And that's the problem. Yeah. But we definitely need more elders speaking on the behalf, because it don't look like we so crazy as people think we are.
Yeah. And these Native Americans, they look at us. They look at how we speak to our elders. Because I'm gonna tell you something that they did when that man said, "Y'all be quiet and let me speak." They shut up. I noticed that. They respect that man as his chief, and they respect the elder. Now, they wasn't happy with it. They respected it. And we got to learn that same respect. Because it says, honor your mother and your father so that your days be long on the land. And that is one of the reasons I want to work with his parents. and his alone, his family, his people, because there's honor in that. They own land. That land should be transitioning to him and other young ones. If I'm correct, and if I know what I'm talking about here, there's got to be some honor between them, and I'm trying to build and keep that between them, because they do have a different thought process than this warrior man. That's what he is. He's a warrior. This man is a warrior, and I love him. Oh my gosh, he did ask to be in our nation. I hope we haven't changed this man. I'm like, yes. He's a warrior. We need men. So people think, oh, you don't like men. I do like men.
He stood his ground. Yeah, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people that stand their ground. There's too many y'all out here, I know, and fucking stiletto heels and skirts and waiting on the matriarchs to fight the war. This been going on for too long. Mm-hmm. And I keep telling y'all every time I go live, we are below and y'all are to carry it out. There's balance here. Mm-hmm. And that's how we want it. There is balance. Why do you think we have men? You are to carry it out. All these other people, I can't even call them nations because they're not nations. All these other things that's here, these spiritual beings, because they don't have, they have spirits, they have a breath, they don't have a soul. They're protecting their women while you're not protecting yours. Mm-hmm. That's a problem with that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ain't no kids over here. We just telling you how the world operates. You don't go tell Mother Nature her wound is fake. She ain't shit, because she gives you everything. If it wasn't for her bringing forth the trees, the cotton, and fruit and vegetables, your ass wouldn't be able to eat. Right.
And whose hands did she put that in?
Us.
Our hands, not foreigners' hands.
Right.
Comfort Empress.
Yes. Chipama. Yes.
I wanted to ask if I could enlighten the people on my healing space. My daughter and I have a healing space in Pittsburgh. Now, I will say we've been in our physical location. We have a brick and mortar for 17 years. It's 17 years this year. And my daughter is the manager. She runs the entire place. Though I wanted to give the link to our website. Though we carry a little over 400 herbs. We make our own custom herbal formulations for health and well-being and healing, various things from cancer to autoimmune issues to diabetes, high blood pressure, just the gamut of things that we're being poisoned by the food, the water, and the air and the soil. So I would like to just give the website. People can go and see what we have.
I'm going to tell you, if you can put the link in this back chat, this private chat, okay. I'll drop it out to the chat for you.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, because we need it. Where it says when it's more of us doing it, that means if somebody else can't get it, somebody else can reach that person. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about, healing, because we need healing. We need healing from the inside out.
Yeah. That is our problem. From the top to the heel, to the end, to the out.
No.
Yeah, I was when I was poisoned, I turned to Poma. I turned to her. You know that she ain't gonna. Sometimes she just ain't gonna pat her own back. But I turned to her, and she's awesome. You know, she helped me get through that first part of I'm an Aborigine going to a hospital. She was right there with them documents on there. She's great. She don't give up. She fights to the end. When I ended up in Detroit, it was her who helped until I went to the hospital and said, this is what you got to do, blah, blah, blah. She knows her stuff. She is our nation healer until our nation healer comes in. It's ready. We have our own nation healer now too. It's coming forward. But please go to her. Rely on her. She's good at what she does. And I'm a living witness to that. I told her the other day, these motherfuckers just told me they diagnosed me with, I can't think of what it is. I'm like, why is my stomach getting bigger? Why is this happening to me? And I told her, she says, is this the symptoms you're going through? Is this what happened to you? Yes. Okay, well then blah, blah. You need to go to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Oh, well then it's this A, B, C, E, F, G. Because these doctors ain't going to do nothing but try to keep you sick and always rolling with their medication. She's a healer. She's a healer. In my opinion, I'll say that from what I've experienced with her, she's a healer.
That's great. That is awesome. That is.
All right, you can
I'm
pat
gonna
your own
definitely check out.
No, I ain't pat my own back. And I will say Mimi Alone is a great therapist and helping people to come to terms with the trauma of colonization. Because it is trauma. And I go through that trauma too, because we live this life. We walk this Aborigine American Indian Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 life. And it's not easy, as she said. So sometimes I need someone to talk to, because healers need healers too.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say right back at you, Mimi Alone. You know, many a times I'm like, Lord, Mimi Alone. I swear to goodness, if another colonizer, and you be like, breathe, and then you get me right back to where I need to be, because it's daunting work. Standing up against these motherfuckers is daunting work.
Yes.
It is. Yes. And, you know, y'all fighting at the top, and I'm down here scapping at the bottom, and I need that. I need to know that. Yeah, y'all think y'all gonna defeat me now? I don't have so many. I'm trying to try me, so they be so mad when I get through with it.
You ain't at the bottom, baby. Don't
you definitely ain't at the bottom.
Don't you ever as many eyes as you done open? Don't you ever
Listen,
we're in the trenches with the squatters. I'm down in the trenches with the squatters because they down here still trying to take over the land. And I'm just scapping. I mean, I'm jumping out. I'm like Christopher Addicts. I'm jumping out the windows and everything, just scapping everybody. No, y'all ain't. No, you're not. This ain't shit. You done played that game for far too long. You goddamn witches and warlocks. We're not playing it no more. So definitely, but we need people out there that's gonna fight that while we down here with them, because see what they doing. They trying to suppress us down here. That's why I keep staying down, because they trying to suppress us. We're not setting up no more. Those days is over and long and gone. You know, they made our ancestors shut the fuck up. We're not shutting the fuck up. We want y'all gone.
So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna close. What do we need? This is going to shock you. We need lawyers. Why? Because you know the code, statutes, and policies. You know how to help us get through them. We need lawyers to help us when we're raising this money on how to work with our people. We need people who know the law like we do, who's willing to travel with us, and so on and so forth. We got see Martin Luther King, they had all that kind of shit. They didn't have the law though. They had what they call it? What do you call that? What did they have? Policies, codes, statutes,
policies, statutes. X. They went with X policy and codes.
They were working with civilians. They were working civil. We're not working civilians.
Exactly.
We're working law.
Exactly what they was doing.
Yeah. So we also want to encourage people. If you don't, when you come in, bring your talent with you. If you know how to make clothes, you need to be promoting that on our nation website so that people can come to you for hats, shirts, t-shirts, whatever it is, blankets. We need blankets, food, we need that. We are seriously talking about leaving those motherfuckers alone, and we want people who want to be a part of that.
You know what? You remember when you said we need blankets? Y'all remember, I don't know for a whole lot of y'all, but I grew up with my grandma and my great-grandma. They used to make quilts. They used to make those quilts with stitching, like different patches of clothing, the old clothing that you had. And those quilts were so heavy and warm.
Yes.
We definitely need to get back into things that we done. And I know what I know now. Y'all know we threw away all those. When my grandmama had to move with my auntie, her whole closet they had like steps in her closet led to the attic. Each step had just full of quilts all the way up into the attic because they didn't use the attic. They just used it to house all the quilts on those steps. We threw all those quilts away. If I knew what I know today, we would still have those quilts.
Me too. I mean, I was brought up. I could crochet. I don't do none of that stuff. But you didn't grow up in that house if you didn't know how to crochet, cook, make. Listen. We covered, made shoes, purses, and them Jews was buying up that shit. I mean, we have so much we can do. For example, if you know how to do canned goods, and you know that it comes from your crop, or you know somebody that's willing to sell, or not sell, offer their wares. I'm trying to get the wording. Offer their wares for a donation or for trade. You need to come into our nations for that. Sure, people have things that they want to sell, and I get that. But we got to start taking care of each other. We got to start realizing, there's a woman that my son deals with. She makes dishwashing liquid. I'm trying to bring her in. If you don't want to do it, let's find somebody else to know how to make it. Get your dishwashing liquid here. Get your canned tomatoes.
I ordered my stuff. I'm finna start making detergent.
That's what I do.
You bring it here. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that don't mean you can't sell to somebody else. Bring it here too, so that our people can say, okay, well, we know we're promoting each other. We're promoting trade. Now, now, yes, we all have to deal with fiat. But if we do this right, eventually we can cut that out of our lives. If we do this right, we can cut fiat out of our lives and tell them, take your fiat with you when you go. Yes.
Nessa said, okay, I'm gonna post this link again. Nessa, this is the link. She has all the herbs and stuff. Copper Chippewa, she does herbs and soap and stuff as well. Tulu, she sell herbs as well. So definitely, y'all, the more merrier, because it's over 400 million of us. They keep trying to tell y'all 13%. That's 13% lie. It's 13% of them, not 13% of us.
It's more of us. If it wasn't more of us, why are they sending people over here? Because they know they're going to have a fucking problem with us. What did that lady say in the UN? Them African Americans going to be a problem. You know what she meant? Them niggas going to call themselves Indians is going to be a problem. That is really what she meant.
Yeah.
Waking up. They going to be a problem. I think I told y'all a long time ago when that man said, if they ever see the light of day, it's over for us. Baby, the sun is shining. You better look up and see the light of day and sit together.
And I say this again. You're going to be judged, and the judgment is already here.
Yep.
Y'all waiting on some man in the sky. We already here. You are being judged by your character. And a lot of you motherfuckers ain't shit.
That's right. I keep telling y'all the Messiah rising from the deep. Y'all ain't paying attention to it. That's a heavy weight. Keep playing. You will get chopped down because the universe gave you the right to man this planet. You are the one of the right and owner of this planet.
We got a carpenter in the chat, and Rainstorm, he's a truck driver. So we need all this is gonna be needed for nations, y'all, because y'all gonna have to be able to travel and drag 18-wheelers to other nations and be able to our people will survive. When they stop their people, we need to continue to go on. Because we have nothing to do with these corporations. Right. We just want that corporation to get the fuck on out of here. Fuck out the way. Because this is what we're doing.
There's going to be some slogs who's going to see what's happening. They're going to become our allies. We have to be ready for that too. Because I know right now we like, fuck them slogs up. But you know what? If they ready to be allies and fight with us, I'm down for it. I really am. I know that some people aren't. But if you're willing to come in and say, yes, we don't own shit. We're dependent on you because that's who they have to depend on. Then I'm down for it. Other than that, though, you can get the fuck on like everybody else. Nobody.
They know I tell them in a minute. But Big Bubble, the red, what they call him, redneck, hillbilly, Big Bubble. Big Bubble's gonna fight for the land because niggas think they Africans. They think they from a faraway land. So they're gonna be over there seeing while Big Bub over here still trying to protect the land. Y'all better wake the fuck up.
Yep. They're going to have to realize. See, they're going to realize now. The people that they're bringing over here to treat you the way they had you to treat us. You don't like it, do you? They're coming over here to take your shit. Now you complaining. We ain't got enough money to eat. We ain't got enough to, we ain't got no land. We ain't got, yeah, because they sending them to do exactly to you what they had you to do exactly to us. And you need to wake up and realize that when this shit go down, all of this belonging to us, they ain't gonna never get a hold of this shit. They scared. They know we not bullshit. They said, what did they say? They're gonna be a problem. Yes, we are. We're gonna be your motherfucking problem. Mock that and mark it. Yes. We are your motherfucking problem.
We're not walking away. We're not walking away from our land. We're not walking away from our land. You can convince some of these fucking clowns to get the fuck on up out of here. And when you do, when you leave, you're leaving willingly. And that's the thing, you're leaving willingly because they can't put you off the land. They have to convince you that you're not from the land. Yep. So when you give up those rights, there's no coming back. No coming back.
That's right. And I'm going to tell you, and the universe said that to me, there's going to be an awakening or quickening of African Americans. And I'm seeing it. Because I'll call these administrative offices, and I think East Pomai has gone through that too. And they work for the government. You know what they say later? I think I got Indian in my family. Oh, really? Can I call you and talk to you? Of course you can. They're coming around. See? These administrators are coming around. Because they done heard us talk about, go look at your genealogy. And they done went and looked at their birth certificates and their family certificates. And they see colored Negro. And they go, oh, so then I must be an Indian. Yep. So
I heard one Pan-African say, no, they just did that in Virginia. No, they started in Virginia, but they took it all the way across America.
Yep.
They took it all the way across. So if you have Negro, colored, and black, which black has just recently been put on there, but Negro and colored on your fucking birth certificate, you are the Indian.
Yep. That is part of your only part though of your truth.
Yes.
Only part. Because then there's a language that goes with that. A law language that goes with that. Other than that, they don't care because they already know. They already know who we are and they already know how we got here.
Yep. So, I mean, Chief Mimi is so crazy that people so sleep when you hear them say, well, I'm a product of a slave, but then United States Corporation come back and tell you, well, prove it. What?
You ain't getting reparations unless you can prove it. Ain't that a bitch?
But you say you brought all of us here by way of a slave trade. That there was no Negroes here in America until a slave trade. But then I gotta prove that I was the slave.
Yeah.
Y'all better wake the fuck up.
Yeah. And so now they done found in Georgia these documents down in the basement with all these books where they go, these owners, they left their money and the opportunity for them to go back to their homeland. You think those are original books and documents? Are you kidding me? They got the word then you know it's not real. Because they weren't called slaves. They were slaves. Slave is a new term. So any book that goes back to that time, they know good and well we can prove to them that let us come up here and look at your goddamn books. I'll tell you, if it says slave in there, then that's a fabrication.
And then the thing is, they can put all kind of books up there, set them up there, and be filmed beside it. Don't mean that it's true. They can say all they was in those books. Don't mean that those books is old. They could be some shit that they just, damn it, created and got your ass up there vouching for the shit. See, people don't think people get excited about shit. Oh, there it is. They said we were slaves. Because they keep you at a slave-minded frequency.
Going around that mountain.
Yes.
Over and over and over again, so you won't cross to the promised land.
Exactly. Or coming up on the rough side of the mountain. That old shit.
Yep, that old shit. That's exactly where we are right now. We're going to either get off that mountain or we're not. Because that's what happened. And another thing, I'm tired of all these men promoting, you coming to my nation. Nigga, you ain't got a womb. Cut it out. Where's your woman? I want to talk to her. And people say, you don't like men. No, I don't like bullshit. These motherfuckers know that we are matriarchal. I dare any man tell me he going to Congress for me. I would go to Congress tell him that motherfucker don't speak for me.
Speaking for himself.
He got a woman. Well, he got a woman. Well, how come she ain't talking? And how come she ain't come with the rest? How come she ain't got with the rest of the womb bearers and said, let's come together? Why she ain't done that? Because if she hasn't, then she's bullshit too. Y'all better stop letting people tell y'all about these. Oh, you know, I'm the man. I'm the chief of this nation. Yeah? Well, then you're a patriarchy. You're still a fucking citizen. And half these niggas who's claiming to be nations and their men have EIN numbers. You better check them out. Check them out. Because they can say, oh, we're government. Well, hell, I can get 5 dogs and they can be a government because they know how to pack themselves and what they want to do. And that's a government, but it ain't a fucking nation. Wake up, people. Stop letting people tell you any goddamn thing. You got to wake up. You got to know the law. You got to comprehend what's really going on here. You got a lot of women talking shit too. You got to know the difference. I've had a lot of women talk shit about, Mimi, she hate men. No, you just wanted to go start your own fucking nation and you want to take everybody with you. So you went and told everybody I don't like men. That is not true. I love men. Love them. If you know me in my young life, you would know that. That part.
That whole part.
But I'm not going to take no bullshit though.
That exactly.
So I'm gonna wrap this up because I ain't gonna hold him. I ain't gonna hold him. Please, if you can donate, regardless of what happens, we will be looking at other people who need help. I'm hoping that Willie will stay with us because I just like him so much. I really do. I really like him, and I would like for us to continue to work with him. There are others who are calling out and needing our help. So yes, please donate. Please consider becoming a member. Put your application in now because we're going to close it at the end of December. And I have to commend Joe over and over again because he's like doing it right. And I appreciate that. I appreciate he is a member of our nation and he's doing it right. Thank you so much, Joe. Get out there and start talking to people about the nation and how you trust in it, and that how we trust in you as a man. What else was I gonna say? Join me on TikTok. Oh, I know. What was the other thing I was gonna say? I'm getting
Anton Yah said, do you need any legal document assistance? Anton Yah. He's in the chat.
Yep. Okay. Absolutely.
I'm putting her I just put her nation in there, Anton Yah. You can hit that and they can contact you through that website, right?
Yes, they can contact me to the website, but I also have a number. I have a number to our council that people call me. It's 248-763-4925. That is my office number. People call me
248-73. You said 248.
Yeah, 248-763-4925. I'm gonna give it to you.
49, huh?
4925. Okay. Yeah, it's the number that you and I talk on all the time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were giving
the number. Put it in the chat. Frida got the number.
Okay. I just put it in the chat. Y'all can contact her through that number as well. 248. Oh Lord, I actually put a 0 in there. My bad, 763-4925. Okay, he got it. And that's for everybody else that's in the chat. Take the zero out, please. I asked them to put a zero in there. But I'm 248.
Yeah. So if you have, what we want to do is we're going to put, people have called me and say, can you please give us some sort of a framework of what's going on. So what I'm getting ready to do in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to put up a Zoom meeting. And in that Zoom meeting, this is where people can come and get consultation. Because people say, we want consultation. So it's better for me to have like 10 or 20 people on that Zoom link who want consultation. And yes, I will ask for a donation because it does help me. This is all I do. I don't have a job. This is what I do. It helps me to stay afloat. But I don't go around saying, oh, y'all need to dope me. Here's my cash app. I don't do that. I ask you to be smart enough to know that that's what I do. And I do need help, to stay afloat. And I appreciate it. So yeah, you can call me. I'm going to let you know when we're going to have that consultation group up. I will ask Poma to join me. I will ask you to join me too, Copper Empress, and anybody else who wants to join, any of our leader womb bears that want to join, especially Chief Sunal, my sweetheart, Chief, my another who we align with. So yeah, we want to do that. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. Unless you want people to answer ask some questions or something like that, it's up to you.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Yes. Anybody want to ask Chief Mimi any questions? You're more than welcome. Put it in the chat. And I did drop both of the links of Chief Palma, her site for her herbals, and then I dropped the site for Chief Mimi for those who want to donate, and that's also her nation site. So, and her phone number, everything is in the chat. So if anybody have any questions to ask, this is a Q&A time. We'll give y'all about 10 minutes, Chief Mimi, 10 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, however long you would like to give them, long as I get my old lady nap in before 6, 7 o'clock.
Yes. Okay. So anybody have anything to ask? And I'll read it to her and she'll give you she'll answer you to the best of her ability. So anybody in the chat? Let me see. Is correcting our status a good thing to start with or no? They want to know, is correcting their status a good thing to start with or no? Chief Mimi.
Okay. And this is why I wish Poma was still here too, because she can solidify. We don't have a status. Our folks never had a status. You can't correct what you never had. This is why we rescind our birth certificates. That is the correction in this nation. And I want to make sure I'm saying for this nation, not for others. In this nation, you are not what is the word they look for? An ethnicity. You are not a race. You are not a status, and you are not other things that they have that have to. These are all terms that have to do with the OMB. Okay, people calling me already. Hold on, let me put this on mute.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which is good.
Hold on before y'all make y'all calls. Yes, just give her a chance to finish up on here, and then she'll be able to schedule a time to talk to everybody, because I know it can be overwhelming if everybody starts calling at once. So
yeah, but I do give it out. Yeah, I give it out because I want people to know I'm personable. You could call me. I don't want people to think, oh, we can't reach her, because I don't want anybody to think that. It does get a little overwhelming, which is why I want to do things like put up a Zoom meeting where we can all talk about the same thing, learn the same thing, have the not an orientation, but a consultation. So no, we are not a status. So we don't work in status. We work in, number one, taking back what I call, for my cause is something else, our call. In other words, my mother called me Deborah. My mother called me by my grandfather's and my grandmother's name, which it was on our land. So whenever we have to stand in court, when they say, what is your ethnicity? We don't have an ethnicity. What is your name? I don't have a name. However, I am called by Deborah. and my lineal title is white. Those are the things you will learn. And if they'll ask you again 3 times, but what is your name? Repeat it. Judge, I have, and we never say your honor. Judge, we have told you this for the second time. Please understand, I do not have a name. I have a call. Well, some people may say title. I have a call. That is Deborah. My lineal title is white. It is attached to my grandfather's land. These are the things we learn. So yeah, do we have that? No, we don't. There are other nations who have that. I'm not speaking against them. I'm only speaking for our nation on how we work. We do not have a status. We remove ourselves from status when we rescind our birth certificates. I hope that answers your question. No, yes. Hello? You still there? Copper Empress.
I didn't know I put myself on my badge. Okay, got another one. It says, what about the property taxes?
The what?
The property taxes.
Okay. Here's one of the reasons we are asking people to come into the nation in mass. How do I explain this? They owe us because we should never have been taxed. Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 proves that. So if you have a home or land, we teach you how to go and remove your, what does Pomar call it? It's not reclamation. It may be reclamation, where you will move your land and your home from that system, because you should never pay taxes. We are also working to remove that we don't have to pay for any of our resources, water, lights, stuff like that. But once you actually come out and you prove to them, I am not a member, I'm not a citizen, you cannot tax me because blah, 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 blah. They have to remove you from their tax file, file. They have to. Some of us have done it. It is doable. Some have done it, and of course, they're going to fight them for it. It's not an easy road, but that's how you get them off of you. Indians not taxed also means that we're going to them, these 13 womb bearers, and telling them, you owe us because you taxed us. You took our land based on taxes. We were never supposed to be taxed. You owe us. See, this is how we're going to go back and get everything we own, because they have committed what Joe has taught me is constructive fraud. Constructive fraud is, I don't know, I should have had Joe to come up and talk about that. But constructive fraud is one of the most dangerous frauds that they have committed, that we in turn can get almost everything back by charging them with that crime. So I hope that answers your question. If not, talk with me. You can call me, talk with me, and I can help you better understand it or comprehend it, I should say.
Okay, Sharon Walker want to know how to donate. I put the link in there, Sharon, on how to donate. Just check out go up under protection. If you have to go back and catch the beginning of the video, it'll show you how, once you hit the link to her nation, where to go in and donate.
Yeah, when you get in there, you'll see this page that says donate. All you have to do is click on there, and you can donate. What I was trying to explain to people, we just removed our 501c3 or the 501c3 status from our nation. So I haven't put all the documentation up there to show that it's not a 501c3, and that has to be removed from there. In the words to say, oh, we are a 501c, ignore that. We are not a 501c3. I want everyone to know that. So when you donate, you're not donating to a 501c3. We are not taxed. That will be removed soon. The wording will be removed soon. So that's all you have to do is go to that donation page, click it. Please, please let me know what you're donating to. If you're donating to the law fund, put law fund. If you're donating to Willie, put Willie. Because even if he decides he doesn't want to go with us, we will still put those funds in his hands for his people, because it is for him. That I hope that explains it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have another one. Are you in Michigan right now, Yolanda? We want to know if you're in Michigan right now.
I am in Michigan right now. I have a couple of members here in Michigan, and I'm working with them, but I will be back in Georgia this week.
Okay, we got UConn 725. So do you think we'll be reopening in the following year? Are you talking about reopening her nation? Is that what are you saying? Okay. Let's see, Chief Mimi, how does my family get our land back? Okay, we have somebody named Christopher Sears.
Okay.
He said, how does my family get our land back from the Germans that were acting as conservators, what is that, overseers to the land and the minerals in the 1920s through fraud? And we have the records, but need guidance.
Okay. I've never been asked that question. One of the things I don't do is pretend I can do stuff I don't know how to do. However, if you would like to contact me, there may be someone, I may know how to do it. That's why I'm asking for people to come in who know how to do certain things. Joe might know how to do it. Or we could come up with something that can help you do it. That is the purpose of raising money for the law. We may be able to go and help you get your land back. The whole part is to get our land back. But I cannot tell you we have anything structured for that. But that's a good question, and that's something we need to start working on. Please contact me, and I will see what we can do about that. But at this point, we have nothing in place for that. We will work on it though, on your behalf if we can. That's my best answer I can give you.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. We got another one in the chat. Let me see that.
I really do appreciate Joe. I know he doesn't talk much on here with them, but I really do appreciate Joe because he's constantly showing me things that helps us. He's constantly saying things, and we're going to be having more meetings. I do, Joe. I know I mentioned you. I want you to know I do appreciate you. I really do.
Yeah, that's my brother. He be on it too.
Mm-hmm. The God Feather. That's what he calls himself. I just called him Joe.
Mm-hmm. I think that's all. I don't see any more.
Okay.
I don't see more.
You can always email me with questions as well. So, yes, thank you. Thank you for listening. Yes. Thank you for your donations in advance. Let me show myself. Thank you for your donations in advance. We appreciate it. Know that we are always working for you. It is always about you. It has always been about you for me. The people would tell you when this nation started, I put my own money together for this nation. I didn't ask anybody in our nation for any money except for a couple of things. Like, we need a printer. Let's put the money together for them. No, well, actually, my son bought the printer. But certain little things that I had that needed, they did help, and I appreciate that. But I've never wanted to be.
Because
I'm sorry.
I was just telling my cousin DJ salute to him. Go ahead. She just put the number in. Yeah, she put the number in there again for people because I know they finished stock. Yeah, she just put it in there again. So she will, even if she missed your call, she's saying she will get back in contact. Just have patience, y'all, because I know a lot of us, we anxious, but we have to give people patience because, she's going to not only deal with you, she's going to deal with other people. So, just bear with her and she got you.
Yeah. And when we have these meetings,
okay, now it's okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead, sweetheart.
No, I was telling the girl, Nessa, she said she's listening. She's going to have to make notes, and I guess she'll be getting with you. And please go check out the donation where y'all could help donate. They're trying to get over there and help Willie Lily. I know a lot of y'all just now coming into the chat, but Willie Lily is been held hostage. He's been kidnapped with the system. This is not our system. That's why I use these terms kidnapped, hostage, because this is not our system. He's a foreigner to their system. So they got him kidnapped, and we're trying to help get him away from up under their claws, their grips, whatever you want to call it. She came to try to raise fundings so they can get over there to South Carolina?
North Carolina.
In South Carolina, ain't it, Chief Mimi?
I thought it was North Carolina.
North Carolina.
It's one of them
to get over there and help. Okay, it's North Carolina. Yeah, I know it's a Carolina. I know it's
one of them.
Trying to get over there. Okay, it's North Carolina. Yeah. So they're trying to get over there and give him counsel so they can get him away from up under these people.
Yeah. Because no matter what he chooses, we still want to go to his bloodline so that they can know what to say when they get in there. We don't want them to talk counter his life. Depends on many, many things, and one of them is that they know how to stand with him. We're going to do that regardless. We're going to do that for him regardless. Unless he says, no, don't do that. I don't think he would. Now he's very receptive to us talking with his bloodline. And because that's what they're going to look at. Well, what did your mama say? They do. They always look at it, and they'll use it against you in court. Well, your parents ain't here and so and here. They don't even, we don't want that to happen for him. We just don't. So I'm really, really connecting with them on his behalf.
Yeah.
So please know that is happening. I think that's it.
And that's the awesome thing. Yep, that's it. I'm gonna play a video before I get out of here. Facts, DJ. He said the system does nothing but kidnap everybody and make it into a black and white slave. That's their thing. But we are the original whites. Understand that we are the original whites. Like I was talking yesterday, I was going over my records because we were looking at land patents. They got my people down as white. We know they're not white, but it's because they own a lot of land.
Both white and black is a status. They don't. We think it's a color because black means blotted out. It actually means blonde. It means without any substance, without any. So that means they've blotted. Those Slavs came over here. They were black people who had been blotted out from society. So we have to really comprehend what those two words really mean. I'm glad you said that. Comprehend. True.
Yeah, because see, that's how they took our land. They became the whites and we became the blacks. Then they trying to say that's their last name. They're the whites that own that title. No, they're not. These people could never own land on no continent. No continent. Because all the continents belongs to you.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
That's why my last name is White and I use it.
But I'm going to play it.
I'm sorry, my title is White. I have to remember sometimes. Yeah, my title is White. I'm sorry, go ahead. Say that.
We have a young man named. We got a young man in the chat. His name is Dur Hiru L. He said, how can we get involved with the law enforcement? Basically, we don't call it law enforcement, do we? We call it something else.
No, well, I'm calling it law enforcement. I'm calling it law enforcement because that's what we're enforcing. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not discouraging anyone else's terms, but in our nation, we're calling it law enforcement because we're going to enforce the law to get rid of these policies. That's why I call it law enforcement.
Yes, the policy and code pushers.
Lord Hero. Listen, I love you, Lord Hero.
Yes.
I'm going to be talking. You're going to be calling me in 2 hours, so you already know the answer. You know how you can get involved. And you're going to be right up there helping people get involved. I'm getting ready to put him to work, too. I love Lord Harewood. He's up some of these men.
Okay.
They're ready to fight. They're ready. Well, thank you
Yes.
for the question.
And that's what we need. We need that mindset. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Lord Harewood, he's a good
We
guy. He's
definitely
a good
need
guy.
that mindset because too many of our people. Okay.
I'm
Too many of
sorry.
them sleep. We need that type of energy. I was just saying we need that type of energy because there's so many of us that are asleep. We need that energy.
Yeah.
So definitely. I had a conversation yesterday when people was talking about how can we help one another and we're not all together. And that's where you need different chapters in each city. So if something pop off, I'll be able to call that chapter that's near where I'm at to
Absolutely.
come. We definitely need this. We definitely need to know how to communicate with one another.
Yeah.
And we all may not be of the same what they call nations, but we can go up under umbrella as sister nations, and we can
Yeah.
have chapters in each city and state that are willing to help one another.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the only thing
And
I
that's
know
what
that
we're
we can do.
doing, actually. We have council. We have council from our council here in Michigan. We also have one in Georgia. We have a councilman. You met him. He's in New Orleans. No, he's in Louisiana. So yeah,
Okay.
and there's we want to build that in every state and in cities. Let's branch out to cities. We become strong like that. We become strong. And you're
Facts.
absolutely right. Yeah. So okay, I gotta hit it.
No,
Because I got look, I got an appointment with Lord Hayward. He tickled me.
Okay. And, y'all, we put her link and her phone number is in the chat. Her link to the nation site is in the chat. Chief Palma is in there for her herbals. So please hit all the links that's in the chat. I know a lot of y'all catch the playback on this, but on your phone you will not see the live chat. You can only see the live chat from a laptop or a computer. So if you come back from your phone, you're not gonna be able to see the live chat. But if you come back through a computer, you got it. You can check it out. And if you miss the links, I get them. I get them posted again. I get the links posted again. And also, don't forget to join her YouTube channel as well. We put that in there so y'all can join her on her YouTube. She will be going live. And TikTok. She'll be going live from both places. YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, right?
Right.
You still do lives on Facebook, right?
I do live on Facebook, yeah. Yeah. I want to say something.
Okay.
I am so grateful to you.
So definitely. Go ahead.
I'm really, really grateful to you because you set up a place where I can come and talk to the people. And I appreciate that. You're a loving, loving person. And one thing I know about you, and I'm going to say no, not believe, is that you love the people. And I appreciate that. I get chill bumps talking about you right now. I don't know if anybody else can feel that energy, but you're just like raw honey. You're raw honey. I love you. Thank you.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming and building with me because, like I said, we need this. Our people need this. They need to see that there's people out here that know the truth and willing to stick their neck out for them. It's been too many different what we call movements. This is not a movement. Your bloodline is not a movement. It's your heritage. Get past the movement and come and join your heritage. Get back to your own bloodline. You can't stop your bloodline, but you could damn sure stop a movement. And this is what it's about. And I truly do love each and every one of y'all. I thank each and every one of y'all for coming out and joining us today. I'm going to play a video of my arrows that I sell. So hopefully if anybody wants to order anything, and it's from Estee, y'all will see the... I'm just going to play the video so y'all be able to see the t-shirts that I have. And everything.
I love y'all.
Peace, love, and light. I love each and every one of y'all. Love
Peace.
you too. Peace,
Bye-bye.
peace. All righty. Let me share. Let me go over here and get it. Then I'm going to share it, y'all. Come on. Computer moving a little slow, y'all. Here I come. Come on, come on, come on. Where is the history at? Where is he doing this? I don't know why it's still doing this. Hold on, y'all. It's coming. I don't know why my computer doing this. Okay, here we go. It done changed shit around on me, y'all. I know I just played that. What is going on? And I got it saved. YouTube TV, YouTube Studio. What is all this shit now that you gotta go through? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't want that. Well, I wanted to play it, y'all, but for some reason, this shit is really getting out of control over here with YouTube, y'all. Hold on. But maybe I can do it. You better stop. I'm going to play a song while I find it, y'all. That's what I'm going to do.
Breathe, yeah, I breathe. Come on and ball alongside his one and only little brother, yours truly.
We're living a battle.
Yes,
and the God is on our side. We're not afraid of losing,
not me.
So we're not afraid to fight. We're fighting for our freedom. We're dying for our rights, yeah. Still in my darkest hour, oh dread, I found paradise. So where is the justice?
Somebody tell me now.
Where is the peace you talk about? Still living in darkness.
Oh, somebody tell me now.
Tell me, where are the keepers of the light? The light, the light. Where are the keepers of the light? The light, the light. Where are the keepers of the light? Trapped in this dark place, wish a light to shine on me. I'm trying to keep my faith, the one thing they can't take from me. Where are the believers who believe in life, that will risk it all just to do what's right, to fight the good fight? Here we go again, children of the light. On you we all depend, and we can make it work, for we know what it's worth. Why don't you stop the wars from all over this earth? So where is the justice? Somebody tell me now. Where is the peace you talk about? Still living in darkness. Oh, somebody tell me now. Tell me where are the keepers of? And imagine another place that right. All of the keepers of the light got together like Christ. But once people might think twice, and we can live one love in our real life. Imagine if man live like Christ, or Buddha or Muhammad, how the place would nice, and not by force, by choice. Equal rights and love. We are the keepers. We are the keepers. We are the keepers of the light. We are the keepers. We are the keepers. We are the keepers of the light. So where is the justice? Somebody tell me now. Where is the peace you talk about? Still living in darkness. Oh, somebody tell me now. Tell me where are the keepers of the light? The light, the light. Where are the keepers of the light? The light, the light. Where are the keepers of the light? Somebody tell me now. Oh, somebody tell me now. Somebody tell me now.
I'm gonna get ready to get on out of here, y'all. I don't know what the fuck that they done redone this fucking YouTube, but I can't find shit on my motherfucking page. I don't even get it, but I'm definitely at Estee on the original Copper Empress. I don't know what the fuck they got going. Hold on, let me try one more spot. One more spot. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go to my page. I didn't change everything. I can't even go into my shit. Keep bringing up YouTube Studio. I don't want no goddamn YouTube Studio. View my channel. Come on. Oh, come on. Close that out. I mean, they done changed everything around. I've been on too goddamn long. I forgot my goddamn page. What kind of shit is this? I got one more other page. I can't even find the rest of my music. That's what's so crazy. Because usually I could just go straight to my music. Now it's got some kind of YouTube studio. I wasn't doing YouTube studio. I know it's right in here. Motherfuckers. Hanging out on YouTube, and then they done redone the fucking they done redone on TikTok, they done redone YouTube. Now I don't know how to operate YouTube. This shit crazy. They did all this shit on purpose. Go hell. Talking about it, they knew I was old. Okay, y'all. I think I got it. I keep getting kicked out of YouTube. Frida, they fucking with you.
Yeah. Wild Indian, yeah.
Hey, V, line them up.
I'm a wild Indian, you know I go crazy. Ain't really Indian, that boy fugazi. I just keep it player, you can never play me. You got an ass so fat, girl, let's make a baby. And another one. Then I'm back to the trap, I'm trying to double some. She a bad woke chick and I love her tongue. We some jurisdiction boys, we some 101s. Look, don't compare me to no Martin dog, I'm like Malcolm X. Die about our freedom, we'll leave a crack and stretch. Round of applause, boy, you know we clapping text. Chucky dog, child play, yeah, nigga, that's what's next. Open up the cans just like Arizona. Pull up masked up like we got the Rona. We set up jurisdictions when we buy the corner. How you claiming that's your hood and you not the owner? Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep an Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the shit.
Like my niggas said, bitch, we the sheep. I can't keep the peace. If it pop off, then I want a piece. I'm just on release. I'm in go mode, motherfucker thief. In these streets like EBT, when we at war, make peace with me. I don't give a damn, understand. Fuck who stole this land, white or black or tan. Understand, it's fuck who stole this land. Might have seen me get a little buddy these hands. He wasn't no apple man. A lot of these dudes is sample man. They full of shit like my ammo can. What they call an N-word out the wrong mouth, that's an ambulance. Wild Indian, get it in advance, or you can post date it. Ask around, I'm the most hated. Straight sacred, they stole acreage. Yo, ape shit, show ain't shit. It won't be televised, I don't tape shit.
Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep an Olmec head when we slide, dog. We the shit.
Definitely check it out on Estee under the Richard Copper Empress. We do got the pillowcases for the little children. I'm ordering some cases for my nieces and nephews. I think that's what I want to get them. So that I tell them who they are, but I want them to see their faces. For so long they have seen our faces in a negative light, even as children, because even if they cartoons, they don't even see themselves in the cartoon. They always somewhere watching fucking Caucasians do bullshit. So I want, definitely order pillowcases. We got oil with different different scents for different nations on the bottles. So yes, check us out on Estee and order you something. We got t-shirts, pullovers, and all. Peace, love, and light. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out and giving us your energy and building with us today. I love you all, and I see y'all this week. Ms. Zoe and DJ ZPE, if you'd like to come back to the panel when we do our live, we're gonna finish up. Probably got 2 more to go with the Negro rulers, because I seen that it's a lot more than I thought. I thought we'd probably be able to finish it up this week, but now we got probably be a this week and next week before we be able to finish. And I am looking at another book to start on, so we can go over that. And also, I don't know if anybody heard of the Jasara. I also want to speak on that. So, but I do got both books. I ordered it from Amazon. So definitely, be tuned. We got some more stuff we're going to go over with y'all. Peace, love, and light. And y'all have a masterful rest of the day. Love you all. Bye-bye.